Alright, well, I'm gonna unmute us and we're gonna go live. Let me turn down the music.
That's a bold choice.
And let's see. Okay, first off. Okay, let's see. The cameras are gonna get messed up. Hold on. Do I have a setup with the cameras? I thought I had a separate setup where it was just for 4 of us. Well, I'll figure it out. I will get our cameras set up. TSM.
What? It's just a taxi.
Yeah, it's just a taxi. So what's going on? It's been a few weeks since we've been live. So what have we missed? What was going on last time?
Excellent question. We had like a 5-part plan to like fuck over the Navy, and then
yes,
that's about it.
Well, we met with Arya, and
yeah,
he was like, "Something's going down," and I don't remember what he said. Except for that he's on like the flagship. He's not on the treasure ship, but he's on one of the he's on one of the larger vessels.
Yeah.
And he's a helmsman instead of just a
20,
war
I
slave.
swear to God.
So kind of not good for us just getting him out. Also the not dark elves. Although yes, the dark elves, but not these dark elves. Dragon elves like reprisals, and so we can't just pop out with with Aya, or they'll kill his buddies, and he's not willing to go through with that. Kind of a baby, if you ask me. But yeah, so we're gonna have to find out a way to actually save many people at once with minimal death, which is why our plan was to blow up all of the Navy ships after they've set sail, and so no one could save them.
Yeah, you guys are kind of working through the whole plan thing, figuring stuff out.
That's a way to phrase it.
Yeah, you had started to look around for like magic items and people with connections to magic item owners, stuff like that.
Oh yes, weren't we gonna show? Yeah, we met a wizard.
You met a wizard at the
Has a
end.
name.
Yeah, this was
Yes.
at the very end of the session when Talvo became a mindless zombie because TSM's internet dropped. Yeah.
His name started with an M.
Yeah, it was hold on, I have it here. It's
Mohi?
yeah, that was it actually, I think. Right? Let me see.
I don't know why
I'm
find
just scrolling up. It's
Yeah, it's
literally
Mohi. Yeah, Mohi.
the first post.
Mm-hmm. So Mohi, the wizard, is a human. And he has a pet. Oh god, hold on.
A pseudo dragon. Right?
Yeah, he's a pseudo dragon.
Oh yeah, the small guy.
Whose name is E.
Yeah.
Which is why we were saying E in the group chat, TSM. It did actually have relevance.
You told me I was around for that.
What?
You were there. See, it's right there.
Well, yeah, because Talvo was there.
Well,
So anyways, though. So yeah, so E and Mohi. And they had heard rumors about you guys. And about your flying castle. And they wanted to check it out. And we ended the session with you guys being like, yeah, we can give you a tour.
no.
Okay.
What are you guys stupid?
Well,
it was
maybe
very
if somebody's
calculated. I
internet
don't remember
wasn't
what the
working.
plan was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He seemed cool. He seemed
Has it
cool.
ever turned out well when we just invite
Only
someone
one
on
of
board?
him and a small dragon guy. Pretty small.
Unless the pseudo dragon can turn into a real dragon, I think we're okay.
Which would be a problem. What color is he?
That would
What
be a
color
small issue.
color is he by just,
What colors? E is
I
red.
don't remember.
Okay, we're good. The lore.
But
Oh, I think Duncan
I
froze.
forget what the reasoning. Oh,
Oh, you're back.
You have internet?
I think. Okay, you were gonna trade him something for the tour. Or he was gonna trade you something. What
He's
was
gonna
it?
help us with like a teleport thing.
Yeah, that's right.
well, yeah, but then we
Remember, I
realized
can't
we didn't
remember
actually
till
need him to teleport.
Yeah.
We didn't need him. We went to talk to him for no reason.
So what is the plan, by the way? Let me write it down. You were gonna set like
You're
depth
right.
charges, right?
Now,
You-
please tell me you wrote it down. You're the.
Yeah, we were.
Very
Yeah,
good.
so the
Go
Navy
check
plan
spaghetti. I'm listening.
is we were going to glyph of warding a thunder damage glyph on the or several on the bottom of each relevant Navy vessel.
Okay.
And then after they set sail, it's some time trigger. I don't know what it was yet. I was going to detonate them all, and because of the incompressibility of water, we were hoping it would just cause them to explode.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I figured fire's useless. Acid would be the only one that would actually like maybe work that isn't thunder. But yeah, I don't know.
You were also, let's see, you were going to so okay, then keep in mind there's also the big ship. There's a big treasure ship as well, which is a big focus.
Yes, we were gonna keep that one alive.
Yeah.
Because then we were gonna like hop on it and steal gold and stuff, and then sail it away or pick it up. I think somebody mentioned that we could pick it up with the castle, and we'd have to like get a lot of rope to do that. But it could be done maybe. But anyway, we were planning to steal that, and then use it to like funnel wealth into the opposition of the Dragon Elves. And also perhaps maybe do a small amount of war profiteering. A reasonable amount of war.
Okay. So how are you gonna get the ball rolling on this plan then? I guess one thing is I don't think you guys know when this fleet is planning on leaving. So you don't know what the timing should be.
We know we have about we know we have a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were going to what's the word? Ask for an audience with Kurbak, because we know that this fleet is going to sail up the river to Taisha.
Yeah, that's right.
And we were going to be like, hey, the Dragon Elves are encroaching on your territory. Please do something about it so that you can, which will also help us in our goals, which are your goals at this very moment.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you wanted to do an audience with Kurbak. So the thing is, you could probably do that similar to how your shaman shot has been able to do before, where he like kind of mind links you guys or whatever. The only thing is you'd have to go back to the castle for that. But if you're already already planning on going back with this dude, with this wizard, then oh no, Helios. But yeah, if you're already planning on taking this guy on a tour, that could actually work, because then you could just also do the communion with Kurbak while you're there.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well then we'll say that you this was like afternoon or whatever when you were here. You met with Aya, and Aya of course is not able to go with you guys. He has to stay in that area around the ships and stuff. But yeah, you would head back to the castle, and on the way you're talking to this wizard guy. And as you're going, he probably would ask you guys, like, he'd be like, so, why are you guys coming here in particular?
Ears and Folion.
And you were asking about teleportation magics,
Well, we have a couple reasons. One, Talvo here, you're present. One of his buddies, and by buddies I mean childhood best friends, is potentially maybe enslaved, and so we're maybe hoping to do a small amount of free him. And we don't know what happened other than that, but the what do you call that? The winds of magic? That's not a thing. That's a Warhammer thing. But they told me that Kasari is like chilling, and is like actually active again, which is not good and very bad. We were hoping to maybe put an end to that.
Wait, put it into what?
To Kasaria,
Oh!
who we know is now like raising villages.
Yeah.
Based on the commune spell I did.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Not good, very bad.
I know Helios read my little thing I wrote today.
Yeah, I read it as well, but we don't like know that.
Yeah, in character you don't know that, but...
Yeah. Yes, I was gonna ask, how does that apply? Do we like find that like?
No,
We're gonna probably find out in an eventful manner.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I was worried when I opened it, it'd be some kind of fan fiction thing.
But yeah. So the guy is like, oh, so you're telling this dude that Kasaria is supposedly moving around again, and he's like, oh, really? The dragon of this area. I've heard rumors about her.
The newt Kasari. Yeah.
Yeah. You've heard rumors? What sorts of rumors?
I mean, supposedly back in her younger days, she is quite the ferocious hoarder of loot and coveted any amount of wealth in this area.
Yes, as dragons do. Wait, you were alive for her younger days?
No, I've just heard from some of the elves.
Ah, okay.
I'm not even from this area originally. I just have lived here a while. Well,
where are you from?
Somewhere. he would probably say he's actually from probably further up north. I'm not sure where. He's from Ohio.
Was that an in-character somewhere or DM?
Yeah, he's from Cumtown. No, he actually probably went to school over here. This is, which is, I think I have a name for it somewhere. This is like one of the big mage school towns that has like one of the few universities that has mages trained in this whole continent. And even when I say they have a mages training there, it's like maybe a couple dozen at any point in time max, so it's not a lot. Okay. But what's up, Britsha?
Oh, Britsha.
You have not missed much. Hello, Panaha.
Were you sleeping in?
We waited, there was like 20 minutes to start the call, and we've just been trying to figure out what the fuck we left off with.
Yeah.
What we put our current selves into.
Okay, I gotta get the cameras refigured now.
I'm gonna go check my new spaghetti.
Nice.
If you read Poacher's chat, you'll see what happens.
Yeah. So what did you say to him last, or what did you have anything else to ask the wizard?
I asked where he was, but no, I asked what rumors he had heard about Kasaria. And I guess if he has any like actual, I don't want to say actually useful information, but if he has any information about Kasaria in particular that could be useful in aiding us in.
He would be like, he would be like, I've read about dragons, never interacted with them. They're pretty rare.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
So same here.
Do you have any useless information?
Although you are more learned. True. Yeah. Do you have any useless information? I
mean, plenty. And then his little pseudo dragon E would just like snicker, do a little dragon laugh. Like, I don't know what dragons sound like when they laugh. It can't speak, by the way. It's
they sound like Bree's rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little like.
I feel like a small dragon would make like small lizard noises, but they kind of just squeak.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen lizards. I know what
I've never seen
like.
He sounds like Eddie Murphy, canonically.
When he speaks, he's like telepathic, right? So when he speaks telepathically, it sounds like Eddie Murphy. Anyway. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to get a move on that whole killing the dragon thing. But now that she's awake and not just chilling in her hoard of wealth, she could be anywhere. Probably gonna stay around here and like wreak havoc.
What if we made that big enough?
Yeah, but
what if we bring her here and have her fuck over the army, and then we just save everybody while it's happening?
True. the Avengers way. We're not that good. None of us can fly like Iron Man. Well,
we
I
can
guess
fuck
you
up
can.
so spectacularly, we can pull it off.
True.
I mean,
If we don't mention the civilian casualties, they don't exist.
Zach,
So,
I mean, there is a big old treasure ship that a dragon would probably love to get their hands on.
oh
true.
shit. Oh no, don't
I
validate
can't believe
this
we didn't
idea.
think of that.
Don't validate this idea.
No, it's a good idea because we were going to
No.
do it anyway, right, guys?
Right.
um,
And then when we kill Kasaria, we just take it back, and we know.
wait, but
where
how
it
is Kasaria going to get that back to her lair? She might need a squad of competent warriors to maybe help her get it back to her lair. During which time they will leave with it. Maybe.
We're gonna ally with the
Yeah, we're
The
not
enemy
actually going
of-
to.
the
Maybe
enemy
me.
of my enemy.
Oh. It's
But Dragon's,
probably
like, super
still my
smart.
enemy. No, yeah, because
Yeah.
Kasaria is very intelligent, which is
But,
why
like-
we could just bring the shit back to her lair, which is where all the other wealth is. No, but then she'll have lair action. I mean, then she'll be more powerful because she's in home territory.
You're sitting at a table like, she'll have layer actions. We could,
Yeah, but
like,
that is something to
could like
consider
have
because
her come. It would be a big distraction.
yeah, but like yeah, so if we kill her outside of her lair, it'll be easier. But if we kill her outside of her lair, far enough away, how are we gonna find the lair? We'd have to scour the swamps, which I guess we could do it, but we need like a contingent of men.
You could just ask the small lizards. What are they called?
The lizard folk?
Lizard folk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, the
Oh, the
kobolds.
kobolds? Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they differ? How do lizard folk and kobolds differ?
I mean, like, kobolds are kind of more like dragon dog dudes.
Okay.
Lizard
Dragon
folk
dude.
are much bigger, too. Like, kobolds
Okay.
are like 2.5, 3 feet tall max.
Yeah,
They're like
tiny.
halfling sized, yeah. Lizard folk are generally around the same size as humans, so.
Okay.
Maybe a little taller even, but yeah.
Yeah, they usually have like really high positions in government and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been so funny. Now it has to happen.
Yeah.
I go back to Fallen and
But yeah,
Say the lizard man.
so the wizard that you're this is on the way back to the castle. The wizard
Yeah,
is like, he's like, I don't really, I can't really help you guys take on the dragon elves directly. I own that manor that I own in the city there. Cost me a pretty
Yeah.
penny. I'd hate to have that seized by them for some, religious zealot reasons. I don't know. It's just one of the places I stay when I'm doing work and research, so. Which I might even be spending more time around here if the dragon really is active.
hopefully
You
she
can
won't be
help us
too
with
active,
Kasaria.
too long. But you could still study her remains.
She's like, well, I doubt anything in these parts. Even the high priests of the dragon elves, I doubt would be willing to take on Kasaria.
Well, we're the ones dumb
Well,
enough
we're insane. We are clinically insane.
Yeah, he looks at you guys and believes it for sure. He gives you guys a look like, okay, well. And at this point, you're probably reaching the castle though, and he is like, and he kind of like looks up at it in awe, and you can tell he's never seen one in person before. He's like, well, I'll give you guys this. You are insane if you manage to take this somehow.
You should have seen who we had to kill to get this.
Oh, I know, I know.
I think he knows. Yeah.
Hilda, right? Yeah. I that's how I heard of you all. And he's still
But
just
have you seen her? She was crazy.
yeah. As he's
big
talking, he's
man.
just like looking up at it, and yeah, you guys will go on board the castle and stuff, and he is really fascinated by. He would tell you guys. You would show him all the basic stuff. He'd be like, "This is a nice castle and all," but I've seen castles. What I really want to see is the crystal.
Right, like he couldn't, won't be able to touch the crystal, but he can look at it, from a distance. Like,
Well, I mean, he won't be able to attune to it.
how
Yeah.
quick
I
it
mean,
takes
well,
about an hour to attune to something.
Yeah, and it's a very obvious process.
Yeah.
He can also teleport away.
We look with our eyes, not our hands.
Yeah, oh, trust me, I don't plan on touching it. I'd rather not cause your castle to crash.
That wasn't a concern until you said something.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the wrong crystal to attune to, actually. I think we attuned to the control crystal.
Yeah, he wants to see the big crystal that like is hovering in the basement that powers the whole thing.
Yeah, we can show him that.
Okay.
When
you're in there, this is also the same room where you keep the helm.
Yes.
And he would see it over to one side. He's like, "What's that over there?"
Oh, we killed an archfiend to get that, and if you wear it, you will be, it will be compelled to summon him again.
It's just a helm of madness. I'm gonna
tell him because what is he gonna? He can't. He knows all about curses, and I don't think he wants to fight an archdevil if he doesn't want to fight a dragon. So.
He's like, wait, cursed? You say?
Mm-hmm.
Cursed? Yeah, it's cursed.
I tried to bring him back.
Yeah, and then I had to remove the curse.
I've done some study of curses. I've even removed a few. I could look at it.
Yeah, you look with your eyes, not your hands.
Well, he said he's like, oh, I'm not going to touch it unless you tell me to.
It right now, cool, huh?
He's like, I'm just saying, if you want, it will cost you, but I could try to remove the curse from it.
No.
There's a slight problem. Anyone who touches it explodes. And that's by design. We did that.
Oh, we can undo that part.
He's like, if it's just a simple glyph, I could get rid of that, you know.
True. Yeah, I guess I can just dispel the glyph. But anyway, how much would it cost us? Have you ever dealt with fiendish magics before?
He would be like, fiendish magics, yes, and curses. Maybe not fiendish curses together, but how long are you all in town for?
At least several days, maybe weeks.
It might take a little longer than that. I suppose I could just maybe stay on board here if needed. Otherwise, as far as the cost, how much are you willing to spend on such a thing?
Well, Helios, you'd be benefiting from it, so what do you think?
I have like $3. I don't...
Well, okay, we have, and I'm gonna come over and whisper, like 12,000 gold, and then some items. So...
Better idea. What if we promise him a share of the profits, so that way if we fuck up, we don't have to pay him?
You work on a contingency?
He might see through that.
Give him a down payment. Give him a down payment, and then
we can give him a small. Yeah, we could give him a down payment for starting the work. And hold on. When he removes the curse, he's just gonna take the fucking helmet. Well, that's what I would do.
Suddenly, now you're wondering why I'm so leery of this guy.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll take his fucking lizard. We'll take E.
Oh yeah, can I see your cool crystal? Oh hey, what's that cool helmet over there?
Well, he didn't. I mean.
I like to think that you're just in the crystal, like huddling around the helm, and he's just like looking at things that are just in the room and stuff. Because isn't this also the room where you keep your guys' treasure? So he's just like looking at things.
Yeah, we've got like just a ton of items around.
You can take E as collateral.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have like the manual of clay golems. We have rings and.
I forgot about that. The manual.
A gem. The red fiend gem. I forget what that was. I don't think we ever learned.
Because it was
bad.
No, you figured it out. It just is a. It's basically like an upgrade material that you could use to buff another magic item of your choice. And it'll depend on what you use it on.
Really?
Yeah.
Now why did I put it underneath the helm? There must have been a reason.
Because it doesn't do anything on its own. It's like, you know.
Oh. Well then, fuck. Should we buff the gem again? Should we use it on the gem? Because there are other powers that I've read about this castle having that we don't have yet. We haven't unlocked them. So we could do that. But let's not. Well, maybe we could do it while he's here.
Is right now the time?
Actually, when you're kind of like talking about this stuff, he's actually like looking again, standing well enough back that he's not, and no way he's touching it. But he's looking at stuff, and he actually looks at the devil gemstone, and he's like, "Oh, I've actually I've heard of these." They hold a great deal of power. I'd be willing to buy this off of you for a good bit, or honestly, this would more than pay for the curse removal. These things are. As he's looking at it, he's like, these things are great as focuses or just storing magical power.
Okay. Remove the curse
honestly,
first, and then we give you the orb.
Whoa.
I kind of like having the curse town. I like the curse town.
I don't.
Okay.
You put it on. Go right ahead.
Yeah. I don't like having the cursed helm, but if we're gonna pay him, we should do it in gold, which cannot buff the helm, which he will be in possession of afterwards.
What
That's
if we
also
just
true.
What if we just snuck the helm on like a bad guy and like, walked away?
Well, that's
We would
bad
have
because
to
what he
look at
thinks
that
is
guy
gonna be
and
like.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Teamed up.
Anyway. But also, he'd have to attune to it to actually feel the effects, so we can't just put it on him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it just wearing the helm? Any of you could do, and you're not going to be affected negatively. It's just if you attune to it, which takes an hour of wearing it. So.
Yeah. And like intent. Yeah.
Intentionally.
It's an intentional thing.
Yeah, it's not like you can just put it on someone while they're sleeping and be like, "I got you, bro."
Well, wait. No, yeah, it has to be intentional. Hold on a second.
Oh, that'd be funny though.
Just slap it on.
Get Zilk's
suck it to their head.
Yeah.
Well, I need to do a check before I do this. Hey, check. Oh dear. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. What was that D20 for?
His spaghetti roll.
Spaghetti. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. One thing. We're not gonna pay him with the Fiend gem.
Okay.
I think we should use that. Like we'll have Rock Heal use that again. You're not use it again, but like the Mithril Amulet, have him use what's it called? It's a Mithril Dragon, but what's the material? Your material. That's unique.
There's a couple names. The dwarven name, which is the most common, was Iceblick.
Iceblick, that's it, yes. I knew it had an I in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, have him do what he did with that amulet to the gem, which is how we got the teleportation power. So I think we should do that. Not least because we don't want to give it to the guy, conflict of interest.
So,
but curse removal may be in the cards.
okay. He would tell you that the curse removal, he's not sure how much it would cost you, because he would tell you it's one of those things where I really have to get my hands on it first and like feel out the limitations of the curse. It could take like a day to remove and fix. It could take a few weeks and a lot of materials.
See, I mean, I have always been under the impression with my 10 intelligence that curses like these take like a godly amount of power to remove. So does it seem like he's actually thinking he's able to do this? Am I able to glean that?
Roll insight check. I mean, like, so this guy seems like a pretty accomplished mage. Like, to put in perspective, this guy is probably, if we were gonna put it in game terms, he's probably like a 15th level mage, which is no joke,
And no slouch.
But yeah, there is some truth to what you're saying that like generally it is gonna take a lot of effort to remove a curse, especially from an artifact. It doesn't seem like maybe he's being fully honest in that he could fully remove it. It seems like maybe he's like, I can remove it, and really just suppress it for a long time.
Okay. Well, so I'll voice those concerns to him.
Yeah, when you call him out on that, he's like, well, I kind of just got to get my hands on it and feel it out first before we know what we have.
Okay.
But you said you defeated an archdevil to take it, right?
Yes.
And that archdevil, like if you killed them, then it shouldn't be a problem, really.
Well, he is vanished. He's not dead. Therein lies the problem.
He nods.
Return, you know.
He's like, well, yeah, there's probably some sort of connection there that's gonna be a problem.
Is there a connection there?
Yeah, there's probably some sort of connection.
You know,
likely, yeah.
Might be something. Not that I would know.
So he's like, yeah, well, I mean, okay, like, yeah, I maybe I can't fully remove it. I'm not sure yet, but I could probably make it so that you don't have to worry about it for a while.
I'm not worrying about it right now.
You didn't have that thing on.
Well, yeah, but as long as no one puts it on, we're fine.
Yeah, but we could use it, so it'd be cool.
I'm already cool.
What do you think, Britsha?
Right, Spider-Man.
What are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if I trust him or not.
I mean, considering he just told us, oh yeah, I can remove it. Oh, actually, like, maybe I just like suppress it. But like, I'll trust this guy as far as I can throw him.
He's a wizard. He's pretty light.
I only have 12 strength.
No.
Oh. Well, okay. So we have two I don't knows, a yes and a no. So shall we roll a d2? I think actually it's probably best to err on the side of caution here.
I'm already not happy that we let this guy on the castle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think we'll hold off on that until at least more pressing threats are dealt with and we have time to stay
Yeah,
around.
if we knew when the fleet was leaving and we knew this could be done before then, like, okay, sure. The fact that we don't know if it's 2 days or 2 weeks from now, like,
Or longer.
yeah.
And it's for an uncertain benefit.
No.
Yeah, the guy's like, you know, well, I'm gonna be in town, so.
Yeah. We know where your manor is.
Mm-hmm.
We can come back.
Say, I did hear you all also saying that you were going to speak with Kurbak. You, I'm assuming, are talking about the Kurbak, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a different Kurbak. You wouldn't know.
No, actually, I mean, yeah, he goes to a different school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from Canada.
Yeah.
No.
I love the idea of Canadian Kurbak, actually.
But no, so he's like, listen, I'm sorry to pry, but if it is that Kurbak, I would love to just sit in and listen to you, like, sit in on your communion with him. I won't say anything. I just want to observe. I've never.
My guy, he's knows.
I've never seen Kurbak, the God Emperor, and he kind of, it's like air quotes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't see how he could harm anything here.
I don't think Kurbak would like having someone sit in on a private meeting that he didn't know about.
I'll tell you what. If you let me do this,
Tell him.
if you let me do this, I'll teleport us all back to my place so we don't have to walk there. Saves you a couple
I
hours.
can just
of
ask
walking.
Kerbach real quick if he was cool.
That is like the late.
Yeah, we can just.
That's the laziest fucking counter.
He's a wizard. You telling me you wouldn't teleport to work if you could? But anyway, I think we can just say, hey, Kurbak, we have a stowaway. Are you okay? It's like are you fine with? It's not like it's not like national security type stuff for the Boarman Nation. It's contractors.
We don't know that yet. If we're asking Kurbak to send out a contingent to stop this fleet from coming up the river, yeah, that's like a movement of the national military, which is national security.
We're not asking him to fight the dragon.
Oh yeah, here. Let me just tell you some of my troops' movements really quick. Don't worry about it.
Hey, it worked out for Lukashenko, okay? Anyway.
Did he teleport to lunch or like what the?
No, he didn't. What were you gonna say, Britsha?
Well, has the wizard done anything for us? I forgot who this guy is.
You met him at the end of last session, and you were just like, he was like, maybe I can help you teleport if you give me a tour of your castle.
Okay.
We gave him a
He hasn't
drawer.
done anything for us though.
No.
Yeah. And he's asking a lot of questions, like things from us.
That's true.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
he is a wizard.
Also,
He's
are
like a-
asking
he's a
lot of things
nerd.
of him back.
He's just inquisitive, like he's, you know.
However, we are asking him.
He's
a lot of
acting
things back,
exactly
like,
how
can you
I would
remove
act.
This curse. Can you teleport us? So like,
Yeah.
I think it's fair.
I mean, we
I'm saying
reveal
I
a lot
trust
about.
him. Just saying
Yeah.
it's fair.
It's like I don't know. He's acting exactly how I would act in this situation. I don't think he's bad.
Loose lip assholes sink castles, my friend.
Well, what? You know, he might be able to kill us all if he really wanted. But
Yes, I'm almost
I-
dead.
but yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be fine.
Okay.
Korbok can also always say no, and then we can just eject him from the spell. I don't know how that works, but I feel like we can do that.
Though, I mean, in this case, it's basically you're gonna go to like a conference room and basically have a Zoom call. basically, Shot is just gonna like get like a projection of Korbok, like a hologram almost.
Okay.
You know.
Well, yeah, we could. I think this is totally reasonable.
So you just kicked him out of the room at that point, you know.
Yeah. I mean, would you not be in awe if somebody you just met said, "Yeah, I talk with the God Emperor"? I think you'd be like, "What? No way." So I mean, I get it.
Wouldn't shut up about it though. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. So if you go in there where Shot has his like shaman like meditation room or whatever, and yeah, Shot knew you guys were gonna want to. I think you had told him ahead of time, like we might want to talk to Korbok. So he has all the stuff for his ritual prepared. And he's Shot looks at the wizard and is like, "Who is this one?"
Some guy, as far as I can tell.
Korbok might not be happy about this.
And I was
what I
gonna
said.
ask
Well,
you
we plan to ask him, and he can just not be present.
Shot
But,
nods.
he
He's
was
yeah.
curious.
Shot is like okay.
I put a shoulder on Shot's. I put a hand on Shot's shoulder. Like, I think he might be like kind of into Boarman, dude.
Has he looked at me?
I mean, he's looked at everyone.
No, I'm no God Emperor, but
But yeah, so he starts. Shot will start like getting the spell ready, the ritual. It takes like 10 minutes, and then. But as he finishes, and he has like a little like crystal ball that he uses, and burns some incense and other things, and smoke starts swirling in the air around the crystal ball, and then it poofs up in the air, and you see like in the smoke it's almost like a laser show, like light is coming out of the crystal ball, and through the smoke illuminates an image of Korbok sitting on his throne. Actually, again, is like 20-foot tall figure sitting in the throne, and he's just sitting there, like resting his head on one hand, and he's like, "What news do you have?"
I like balance.
Hello, Your Excellence. We have a lot to report. But before we do, we have a guest who is sitting in, and we wanted to get your approval first. It's if you'd like to introduce yourself, Mohi. This is the God Emperor Korbok.
Mohi would step forward and actually do a bow and be like, "Great God Emperor Korbok, I have never met your greatness in person, but I have respect for your reign and would love to listen in on this meeting." Korbok just sits.
Korbok?
What?
Has Bree met Korbok?
No, Bree's not met Korbok. That's true.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have another
Oh,
guest.
by the way.
Yo, what's up?
I guess. Yeah. I guess.
Murdered about half of our enemies, so they're cool.
Yeah, you guys actually, it's probably funny. You probably would also forget that Bree hasn't. So he would like look at the wizard and be like, then look at you all, and it says, "And the other one," nodding at
that's
where Bree is sitting.
We're all looking around like you.
They've killed about half of the enemies we've faced in the past week, so
Yes. Well, we can let. Well, I guess
Yeah.
if Bree wants to introduce herself as well.
Hello, what's up? I'm Bree. I'm helping these guys out. I'm
Do
pretty
the-
cool.
Do the backflip thing.
Rat flip.
Yo,
yeah.
if I can't convince you, check this out. And then I point at my rat and it flips.
Kervok just stares. Kervok is like, he would just say after a moment, like,
That was pretty cool.
he's like they can stay.
Okay.
Rat?
Well, have you heard anything of our exploits as of yet?
I
Since
know.
we've left the city of Boarman.
I heard of an attack on Austergard.
Okay.
And
yes. Well,
And I heard that. I heard how your castle teleported away. Where are you now?
we are just outside
town.
Folion. After we banished the Archdevil and reclaimed his artifact, we teleported to Folion so that we could continue with your mission to slay Kasaria. And luckily for us, she'll be easy to find because she is raising villages. She is awake and active again.
He's like, did you have anything to do with this?
For
No,
once did
not to our, not to our knowledge.
He nods. He's like, well, as long as she doesn't come to our lands, then I have no concerns over this. Have
Yes,
you
we
all...
do intend to kill her before she could anyway.
He nods. He's like, have you all heard of any of the news from this direction?
No, we have not.
We were out here like 2
He
days ago.
nods. He's like, well, it might please you to know then that the town that gave you so much trouble in the north, Yunudu, no longer exists. So,
Ah,
Oh,
that is pleasing.
Hey,
What brought about their demise?
well, my daughter communed with me a few days ago, actually, much as you are now, Locke. She told me that the centaurs of the area apparently, what is left of them at least, didn't like the wellspring being taken by our kind. And so, some centaurs and a group of infidel humans and elves from Yunudu attacked in the middle of the night, and the casualties were heavy. But those puny weaklings were no match for my daughter and her well-trained warriors. So, after they were crushed, well, Locke decided to let her Boarman loose on Yunudu, and from what I hear, not much is left. The pitiful Duchess there, executed in front of what was left of the town.
we hated her, right? Yeah, that's
She was
fine.
a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
did fireball it, but that's alright, yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, that's good
Yeah.
news.
He's like,
Anything
"Locke-"
else that's happened that's eventful?
He's like, well, after that, apparently that got the attention of many of the independent Boarman tribes of the area, and so her numbers only grow stronger. My daughter, I taught her well.
It's out of character. Did we tell him that she was planning to found like an independent kingdom?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you told him, and he was like, that's cool.
He's like, yeah, that's badass.
Okay, all right, fair
Yeah,
enough.
because the other brother guy who's just long dead now, I forget his name.
Yeah, he got
It's like-
executed.
Yeah.
in that
he
meeting.
was against it, and then that's when Kermok was like,
He was trying to pit them against each other, whereas both Locke, from what when you talk to her, and Kurbak, they both seem to be totally on board with each other, like having their own kingdoms. So it's one of those things where it seems like Locke really does look up to Kurbak, and so doesn't want to take him out. And then it seems like Kurbak really does, like, basically he doesn't view his daughter as a threat. He's just like,
My
yeah,
little girl.
yeah, basically. So yeah, at least from what you guys could tell, it doesn't
He's a
seem
little
like
murderer.
it doesn't seem like either of them have ambitions that would clash with each other. So
Okay.
Yeah.
But there is a pressing matter that does involve you. The Dragon Elves have amassed a fleet of riverboats in Folion and thousands of warriors. We believe they want to make a move on Taisha, which, as you know, borders your kingdom and might provide them with easy access for a front line of soldiers. That's not the right word, but to create a front line, rather, at that little bit between the forests here at this town.
Here.
Yeah.
He
yeah, right
nods.
here in this Hawkeye point. Yeah.
He's like interesting, and you know for sure they plan to attack there.
I believe we do. Yeah, we spoke with one of the houndsmen of their flagships, who was more than cooperative in proffering this information.
Can I
And we
like
do have
keep
a-
an eye on the wizard on Mohi?
Yeah, sure.
To see
Yeah,
just like absent-minded, like how he's reacting.
Yeah, he seems actually just more impressed by this whole communion, because it's not the type of magic that he normally does. It's very much a holy magic, right? In the name of what is viewed, at least by Shot, as his god, right? So, so he's impressed by it, and he's more just impressed by Kurbak as well. This visage of him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, we do have a plan to perhaps interrupt this action, but Kasaria's reappearance has thrown a wrench into that.
Really troubling.
Yeah. So, and we only have maybe 4 days to a week before the fleet is supposed to depart. We don't know for certain, but Kasaria's reappearance conflicts with that timeline. We don't know her plans nor her capabilities, so we're asking for advice.
The way the Dragon Elves work is... It would have been viewed as despicable by past Boarman chieftains. And those who still do wander around, they would view the Dragon Elves' diplomacy as a despicable waste of time. But...
they don't have very diplomatic-looking ships.
well, knowing how the Dragon Elves work, they'll probably roll up their fleet to Taisha, siege it down for a while, and then sort out a peace. And this is something I, over the past centuries, have learned to do on my own. I have such peaces with those neighbors to the north and to the east. They would not dare just attack me out of nowhere like our kind once did to them. But sometimes it can be good to let your enemies fight to the death.
You say? Hold up.
Do you think that you could infiltrate this navy?
I
Honestly, we
have-
have,
easy.
we have a plan.
Taisha.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, let me
Have a rough
rephrase.
plan.
Would you rather the fleet infiltrated and one city pit against the Dragon Elves, or the fleet obliterated? We have a plan to do the latter.
And C is bait Kasaria into destroying it for us.
Oh, we could do that too.
If
That's the plan we had all along.
This fleet could serve my purpose as well. If you let them go upstream to Taisha, it could actually serve as a way to kill two birds with one stone. Or two elves with one stone.
That's
I mean,
spot on.
if we let them go to Taisha, you would also have the fleets back against the city.
Yeah, well, we could execute the plan there as well. Once they're docked, we could disable them rather, and then when Kurbak's forces show up, commandeer the fleet. They would require a bit of maintenance, but they couldn't be used against him.
I think this plan works much better. In the city of Phaleon, their harbors and their shipyards could repair any damage you could do. It might take a while, but they could out repair whatever pitiful amount your magics would do. And he says this. It doesn't even seem like he's really judging you. He's just like kind of saying how it is, like at least how he thinks how it is. He's like
yeah.
I'm sure your attacks would be a nuisance, but better yet would be to cause chaos, which is what Boarmen do best.
Talvo kind of digs this, looking at all the casters, just like.
Yeah, but yeah. So he looks at you guys and he's like. I say, I have no control over you. You are all free to do what you wish. But I say, let them go to Taisha. Let them siege. And when the moment is ripe, myself or you all, swoop in, kill the leaders of both sides, break down the walls, flood the streets, whatever we need to do. Cause chaos, cause both sides to suffer massively, and the Boarmen swoop in and establish new rule, stable rule, as we have here in Kurbak City. Diplomacy is diplomacy and peace and stability are things I have brought here, but there must be chaos before we can sow stability.
I know nothing of Taisha.
I don't either. But when we get there, if only we had the worm, that'd make this easy.
No.
We already leveled one city. We could do it again.
I mean, there's mountains there. Maybe we just find another worm.
Yeah.
You can always try to find. I mean, even if you can't find a worm, you can find other things. You know.
Yeah. We do have a castle. We could just drop it from orbit. You know. Wait, hold on. We don't need to drop the castle from orbit. We can just bring boulders up to orbit and drop them off the castle.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
No, you're the one who's gonna drop it. Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So, man, Kerbal could basically say he would like let you guys know he's like the journey of a large war fleet upstream will take some time. In fact, actually, here, let me see. It would be from Fallen to there is like 320 miles. Let's see.
Too slow as
It'll take like a month or two. Maybe probably not.
It's a river, not open ocean.
But they're going, yeah, but they're
Going
going
upstream.
upstream as well. With oars. So.
Okay, let's see. Probably. Let's look up an article. How fast could steamboats travel upstream in the Mississippi? Because that's basically what this is. They don't have
5
steamboats.
miles an hour.
Yeah, so
5 miles.
it would be less than that then. It's gonna be.
Okay, so it's 330 miles.
The 6, it only is still, that's only a couple days.
Elsewhere.
That's like 2.5 days.
They're probably only gonna be going like half that speed, like 2.5 miles an hour. So that's
a
like
week.
120 hours.
It's a week, not even.
The
Yeah,
thing
so
is,
a
they
little
also
less-
would have.
less-
5 days.
They would also have to stop for rest. They also like are gonna have some slowdowns because it is a whole fleet they're taking. It would probably take at least a week, at least a full week, maybe even like a week and a half.
Okay.
Whereas
And they aren't leaving for a couple days as well.
Yeah, whereas Kurbak would have. Well, let's see if you could travel. Yeah, Kurbak would let you know. He's like we could probably travel. He would basically tell you guys. He's like, if you can tell me when this fleet leaves, I can have an army there when the siege begins. I was not planning on going to war with Taisha, but the borders are strong in other places, and those enemies who would normally be focused on us, the worms of Ugodi and others, are now focused on my daughter. One seed of chaos sprouts
And
into
Gabagard
another.
is off the map, so you'll.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he would actually say that. He'd be like, and Gabagar, the dwarves, even in their most ambitious years when they raid us,
Oh,
that's
damn.
when they are stable at home, and now their dwarven homes are ransacked. This is a golden opportunity.
Oh,
If you all let this fleet go, I will handle it.
cool. Well, we need to save his friend.
Yeah, we can do both.
You know, he's like, if you can follow the fleet, trail along, and prepare, sow the seeds of chaos. Or, alternatively, well, if you have time, maybe if you are able to take Casaria first and use her shield against the Dragonels.
That's the DM trying to get us to do. No.
I really like the idea of this fleet going upriver and the castle just hovering ominously behind them the entire
barely out of sight.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
not,
we
it's
could
not,
be above the
it's-
clouds.
It's not facing their it's not facing their cannons. There's nothing they can do about it. It's just there.
No, it's just in there. Alright. I do kind of like
Yeah, but yeah, so Kurbak is like, you know, he basically says, like, you know, if you are able to trail them or anything, or at least to be in Taisha when they arrive, my forces can do much of the heavy lifting.
Okay.
If anything, if you could go to Taisha and prepare the way, sow the seeds of chaos there, the more our enemies slay each other, the more that the streets run blood, blood red. God damn it! The more that the streets run blood red with the blood of our enemies, the easier time we will have of turning it into a truly peaceful regime.
We make it there first? You have to teleport.
You don't have
we
to teleport back, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the teleport back, but also our castle goes far faster than
Yeah. Yep.
Well, think about it. It moves a tile a day, right?
Yep.
Oh wait. No, did I say far faster? I actually don't know.
No,
Yeah,
we
it
would
goes.
we would
It's
travel the
50
same
miles a
pace.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're like here.
You're closer to Falion
Take
now.
us 8
so.
days.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about
We-
the same.
We could leave at the so it's about the same. But there are points
When you
where
have
we
a
would be.
wizard who can teleport us.
I would say we can get there
Yeah.
faster because we can fly straight as the crow flies, and they have to follow.
Yeah, that is true. They,
Right.
that's true. The amount of distance that it shows for them, it's like 300 or something, but it's actually more like 400 when you factor in all the curving.
True.
Like that's just how going on bodies of water works. So
Yeah. There's also any. Well, I guess a river like that's not gonna have any rapids, but
yeah, and you know, obstacle
anyway,
zone.
we could do it. It is plausible. So
Well,
yeah,
no,
I guess.
Also, if we just leave right now
Yeah, but why would we leave right now? That would
to get ahead of them.
be the worst. Yeah, well, okay, that's true. But yeah, I think we wait until. I don't know. I feel like we should tail them, and we could maybe teleport ahead, like ourselves, and have the castle meet us later. But I think we have business in Falion before that happens.
And Casaria, just question mark in the middle of it all.
Yeah, that's the
Rock
business in
insinuated
Falion.
both options of fucking with Taisha or killing Casaria first. We could do both.
I'm thinking we can.
Kill
do both.
Casaria within a week and teleport to Taisha.
The wizard kind of pipes up. He's like, well, you could. Sorry to intervene, oh great Kurbak, and into all of you. You could always send the castle on its own towards Taisha with everyone here. You all take on Casaria, and I could always bring you back here when we're done.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right,
Yeah.
sure. Let's
Where are
fight
you
a
in this
fucking
fight?
dragon.
Are you with us fighting Casaria? Because it sounds like you want to fight.
He's like, I
I'd be more than
mean,
happy to have with you.
I might be able to help a little bit. He's like, I've
Do you
never
know
fought a
haste?
dragon.
Do you know
I've-
haste? Do you know haste?
Okay, what level is haste? It's like a 4th level.
He is a wizard.
15 level
He
wizard,
probably
you should know
knows
haste.
He
Yeah.
let me look
Um,
at haste. Yeah, he
learn it,
probably knows haste.
We'll
Yeah.
give him the gold to learn haste. That's not how wizards work.
Yeah, here. Oh, that's true. He could do that. But anyway,
Cool.
let's.
Kurlok pipes up at this
Should he-
point. Oh, yeah, sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, Kurlok pipes up and he's like,
Kurbak.
Kurlok is like, you do have those spears I gave you, no?
Yes.
Yes, we do still. Well, I used one of them on a wyvern, but we have 2 of them.
He's like,
But
what?
Oh yeah, the wyverns have been captured and milked for their poison for like 3 weeks before they got sick. And
yeah, we got a lot out of them. They helped us immensely. So don't worry, it went to good use.
He sighs. Kurlok sighs. He's like, I spent weeks crafting those things with my own, my personal shamans.
Out of the 6, so we have
And
5
he can
left?
just
We
and he
spent-
could probably grab a wyvern out of the air and snap its neck, and we had to use one.
We spent weeks
Them on
milking
it.
the wyverns, okay? Like, we all put hours in here, man. Not...
Shaw is just shaking his head like, oh god, why are you telling Kurlok about milking the wyverns?
Want some poison? Have a lot.
All right, so alright.
You ever been
Let
bitten
me-
by a wyvern
so, okay.
Kurlok? It sucks.
He's like, oh, he just sighs.
I
He's
know
like,
he does not stoop so low. Yeah. So anyway, to Mohi. Yeah, Kasaria's hoard of wealth has been accumulating for centuries, if not millennia. She's an adult dragon, so centuries. And as such, is vast. So your share of that wealth will be commensurate with your aid to us during the battle. That is certain.
he nods. He's like, I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just get out of there, teleport myself out. So I guess there's no harm in helping.
Alright, Talvo.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
You know what? I think I like this guy now. Talvo's
Plus-
idea has always been, if we start losing, I'll just...
Yeah, then he's like plus a little
Yeah.
E here, and he kind of pets the pseudo dragon. Little E here, I'm sure would like to see an actual dragon.
Killed?
Are you implying he's not an actual dragon?
Yeah, E
Wow.
like gives like a nod at Adau, like yeah, what he said.
Yeah. Then there's also the question of the treasure ship.
Are you
That
trying to
the size
body shame
that
me?
ship. Yeah. That ship the size
We're on his
of a
side.
galleon.
Strong
Nominal.
and
Well,
wizard.
Spanish. True. He doesn't need no wizard. Oh, yo, he's a poet. But yeah. So, according to my napkin maths, and I don't know if this is true at all, but I know Spanish treasure ships,
Yeah.
could hold like 160 tons or something of bullion, or just generally stuff pillaged from the natives, as that goes. But if assuming all of that is gold, then that's enough to easily keep us in operation for like decades.
It's
But
The cool thing is, some of it could be platinum.
yeah, and some of it could be silver.
you would know that
Or,
like you would know that realistically probably it's not all gold because the dwarves pretty much have a monopoly on gold minting and gold mining
Well,
and
what's
silver.
What's the rationale behind taking your entire treasury and marching it up to a siege?
Well, so the idea is that
They're not doing that.
yeah.
right?
Oh, I think the treasure ship is staying in Falayan, but the idea
so
is
the
that
fleet- hold on.
it's being loaded up with goods from past conquests, and in Taisha, the idea is presumably that they're going to take whatever treasures they get from Taisha and also load them on before sending it back as a big ship.
Okay.
So
Fleet leaves, we bait Casaria to destroy the ship, and then we kill Casaria while she's away from the lair. Here, the fleet's gone, don't have to worry about them, and everything happens here in Falayan while the fleet's
Wait,
gone.
but you want to sink the ship? Just like
Oh.
no one gets the gold?
No,
or,
we just
You
kill
know,
her before she goes.
priceless art, treasures. It's a wooden ship. It doesn't.
Out of them before she gets there. I don't know.
We have like water breathing, don't we?
I mean, well,
You
yeah,
got-
like we'd be
yeah.
fighting with every wizard for 1,000 miles to get to it, though. And of course, the dragon elves aren't going to take lightly because it's still in the port. They're just going to be like, yeah, we're going to have 24/7 contingent of soldiers and war
She
priests
just
guarding
picks it
that
up
shit.
and carries it
Wait, no, we've done the cool control water thing where we use it as like an upspout to we'll just upspout the ship. To the castle.
It's not that powerful. That's a
You
much
know,
more
big
powerful
ass-
spell.
How big is
Yeah.
the ship again? It's like the giant gallon.
It's the size of a galleon, yes.
Yeah, like a little
Anyway.
thingy.
You just do it in like sections.
But we could wait. Yeah, we could wait.
If
All
I
right,
get
so
a nat 30.
true. Okay. Well, anyway, I think we should discuss this after we are no longer talking with Korbach. Korbach has given us his plan, and I think it's a good plan. I think we could go through with that. And yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. Actually, that's why we called. So that it worked out very well.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, oh God, Emperor Korbach. We appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy day to speak with us lowly peasants.
You just be like, you basically be like, I hope your endeavors go well, and I think we can both prosper from this.
Agreed.
And how Boar's bow.
So yeah, unless you have anything else to say, he's gonna peace out.
Let's see him do a flip again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he watches the rat do a flip again. He's like, he just nods in approval. That's the most you're gonna get.
Good.
Yeah.
He ends the call, looks over at his advisor to the right. Like, that was pretty cool. Huh?
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
didn't want to lose space, but damn.
so he'll hang up the call, and Mohi the wizard is like, that was incredible.
I know the backflip is so cool.
Is he really
Right.
that tall in person?
Oh.
I believe he's
Yeah.
like 20
Yeah.
feet tall in person.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Like, not me. I am not the
He's like,
rest
man, I really wouldn't want to be up against him in a fight too.
Yeah, he is
But
imposing.
He believed his son in half for mildly disagreeing with him.
Yeah.
He did, and it went in one fell swoop. Like he wasn't even like preparing. He just was like at rest, dead. And he
good
was
thing on
like
our
taller
side,
than Helios.
everybody.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy meeting.
The good thing you're on our
Don't
side.
evade
everybody.
his taxes. Yeah. yeah, Mohi, you really wouldn't want to go up against Korbach, would you?
Yeah,
Or his
wait.
proxies, wink, wink.
Now we have the leverage.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah. Well, consider me impressed. So I'm willing to help, I guess, as long as I get a cut. But
You'll get more than a cut, my friend. Well, I mean, I guess it is a cut, but like, whatever the word is that it conveys more grandeur than a cut because it's a veritable fortune.
Mhm.
Now,
Anyway, the first thing
if
you
we
can do,
survive.
that is
gotta
yeah,
factor
first thing you can do is
that part
survive,
in.
but
Now, what
actually,
level going against the Black Dragon?
11 and
Oh.
15 apparently.
Yeah, around that. I mean, I don't have a stat
True.
block for him yet, so we'll see.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
11 and powerful.
Yeah.
So, okay, there is one question I have for you though. So I have this breastplate on. It's I want to see. It was made by an amateur, and I wear it only as a service to whoever took my actual breastplate. I don't remember who.
I think it was.
Helios.
I thought it was
Helios?
Bree. I can't remember.
I thought
No, I
it
took it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What's
Yeah.
good?
But do you think this is something? It should be a much more trivial task compared to removing a curse of an archdevil. Do you think you could remove the curse from this? And if so, would it cost less than me just buying another one?
He kind of like looks at it and then well, actually cast a spell. He's casting Identify to see if he can identify the source of the spell or the curse or whatever. And he kind of frowns and well, I could definitely remove this. It probably wouldn't even take that long, just a few hours really. Clearly, it was an amateur who did this if they couldn't figure out how to fix it. I suppose I could probably remove it for about 50 gold.
I would like to remind you that breastplate
Man,
is standing
really?
between you and a dragon sometime soon.
I think that's worth 50 gold.
Yeah, I think it's worth 50
I mean,
gold
yeah,
in
I
a
think it's
couple
worth
hours.
50 gold, but same
Imagine
time.
like this guy's like, this is gonna be steep, and then he's like actually lowballing everyone else. That'd be kind of funny. But yeah, sure, yeah, that'd be epic and swag, and
Yep.
I'll give it to him at 50 gold.
Yeah,
He also,
he'll. I guess he'll ask you guys to like set him up. Like if you could give him like a small room, even if it's just a storage room, where he can set up a small little workshop temporarily.
A workshop,
Sure.
yeah, okay, and then we probably have another like 3-bedroom, right? Because we're not at capacity right now.
I mean,
After we
like,
let off.
you know, you have some other like normal rank and file dudes that can be kicked out and put back in the barracks, you know, and they'll grumble, but you know, like the
It's
wizard.
a temporary arrangement.
Yeah,
Here's
the wizard
20
having a
silver.
space is going
we
to be a
should
little
give
more
him
important.
Riley's the room.
Yeah,
No,
Riley's
we
not.
can't do that to Riley.
Hey, he'd
Riley
actually
would do
see
more
he'd
fun.
actually see Riley around at some point and be like, "Why? What is up with your friend with the rat tail?"
You know, I mean, he doesn't
He-
seem to complain about it.
Yeah,
You want-
he protested when we offered to remove the tail.
Yeah.
But he almost got turned into a were-rat. As did
Uh,
several of us, and
Do you
then
want-
I undid it.
Do you want to see him do a backflip?
He can do a backflip.
Yeah, but Riley has to roll for it.
He kind of hesitates. He's like, "Whatever."
We get a Riley backflip roll.
Yeah, here, I'll roll for Riley. He would have like a plus.
I mean, like,
3, let's
Bree's
see.
rats get an automatic, they get to do it, but Riley has to have
What's
a
your
fuck-
what is
Yeah,
your what's your acrobatics roll, Helios?
Why me?
Because like his step up
Fine.
is just yours.
Oh, that's right. You
was
want me
when
to,
we were
you want me to
6
just
level.
roll?
Yeah, roll acrobatics for him. Oh shit! Let's go.
All right.
Riley
Yeah.
does the sickest backflip. He actually, Riley has been sick of you guys talking shit about him. He sees like a wall nearby. He's like, "I'll do it better." He runs over. He does like a run up the wall backflip, and then does like
Oh
a
my
fancy
God.
land, like holding his tail in one hand. And Mohi's like, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting that.
I roll
Yeah.
how many nat ones in a row and trying to put on the curse hat to help us with the boss fight. And I do
Yeah.
that when Riley gets to do a backflip.
3
That wasn't
ones
ro-
and a
That wasn't
3.
even for me. That roll was wasted on
Yeah.
Riley.
And so, there's actually some claps from people around in the courtier. They're like, you
Oh,
even
man,
hear
clap.
you even hear someone say like, "Man, that was even better than the performance Helios did last night." Anyways,
Yeah.
but so Mohi Mohi will set up a little small little temporary workshop while he's just staying here for a day or two or whatever, because you guys still have to figure out what the heck you're doing. Like, what is the plan actually?
Kill Casaria, don't die.
Profit.
Of it. Literally,
Yes.
actually.
Okay.
So I guess
So
the
na-
most pertinent plan right now is how are we gonna find Casaria?
I think she'll reveal herself to us. Not
She
to
has
us
to-
specifically,
no,
but to the world.
That's bait a trap.
Well, yeah. So, I got a question,
Yeah.
and I would like to ask this question of everyone when we're not within earshot of anyone sympathetic to Korbach.
You guys gonna
No,
yeah,
Helios, why don't you take a walk?
I'm out of here? Fine. Hold
No,
on.
namely shot is what I mean.
yeah. You guys can have a private meeting after.
Yeah, but so I don't think it's like I said. Whoa, that's really great that you slaughtered the entire city of Inudu and you're proud
Yeah,
of that.
it wasn't great. No.
Yes, but so what we've established, the Dragon Elves and Korbach operate in a similar manner. I think that who was it that said the enemy of my enemy is well, and then I said it's still my enemy,
Correct.
but we're gonna go with what Helios is gonna say. But the thing is, Korbach's strategy of pitting his enemies against each other, I think we can just do that, but do it with the slaving imperialists instead of the city-state of Taisha. A war fleet of the Dragon Elves with sufficient advance notice of Korbach and Korbach's army with sufficient advance notice of the fleet, I think could put a dent in each other's numbers.
Oh.
Um,
I don't know.
and so-
In character, I don't know if I'd go along with that. I have to.
Yeah, I just don't like the idea of
Fair.
doing what we did to Gavagard, except for reasons that are definitely worse.
Yeah, that's also fair. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I have to go against my.
Although, okay, well, to be fair, we didn't literally genocide every dwarf in Gavagard. We
They were
we
also,
just
like,
had
owning
we
slaves,
had a
so
lot
they
of
had to-
collateral damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. Even
To
though
be,
he's helped us a lot.
to be clear, it doesn't. The vibe, like Korbach definitely wasn't saying he wants to wipe out Taisha. He wants to take it over.
No, I know he wants
Yeah.
to take it over and turn it into a prosperous settlement.
Exactly. Yeah.
But-
His logic is he lets his warriors run loose and cause chaos and like destroy all their enemies, but then he comes in and turns stuff into, prosperous, stable
Yeah.
realm. So.
Where am I? What is that? That's from Oh yeah, that's Thanos' thing.
yeah. He's seen Thanos. Yeah.
I was thinking more like Attila the Hun, but yeah. Like
Well,
he just lets his warriors go sicko mode, and then he shows like, hey, you can like join us, or like these guys will come.
Yeah.
Or Genghis Khan as well. Basically any conqueror
Yeah.
that
Yeah, but well, yeah, like
revered for some reason. But
yeah. But like part of it is that's part of why Krubach is like he's slightly unpopular with some of the like nomadic Boarmen that still exist in different tribes because they're like we should always be sowing chaos. We shouldn't settle down. Whereas
Yeah.
Korbach is like there's a time for chaos, but then there's a time for peace. Korbach sees the value in having fertile farmlands where the Boarmen can actually reproduce in peace and grow stronger, right? Whereas a lot of the other nomadic Boarmen have never had their own kingdoms because they don't really settle down at all. They are always on the offensive, right? So,
I want to meet a Boarman farmer.
I mean, they are. You guys saw them definitely
My family.
on your way into Korbach City. That you saw them definitely. They're there.
I forget
Yeah.
what they did.
It's like that's the thing is like most of the farmlands that around like Korbach City and stuff, most of them are still like humans and elves and halflings that are subjects now, right? And they're treated all right, about as well as you could hope. They're not like slaves or anything, but it's becoming more and more common. It's kind of like the Roman Empire thing where Korbach has started being like it used to be that Boarmen would fight until they die fighting on the battlefield, right? But he started to make it so that if Boarmen fight for him, he gives them a retirement of like some farmland, right? And then they go start a family. So there are more and more it's becoming more frequent to see Boarmen farmers.
I really like the idea that like a Boarman farmer is just like normal, but then when it's like harvesting time,
He
he
just
goes
goes ape
blood
shit.
fury on the.
They use their tusks. Yeah.
That's how they plow the fields. They just don't
Yeah.
around.
But yeah, no. So like sort of put in perspective though, like Korbach wants to do that with Taisha. He basically wants to roll in, just let his warriors run loose, and then establish rule, and over the following decades, start giving out the land around there. Whatever land is like destroyed now, he eventually will become farmland for his retired soldiers. So.
yeah.
Man, we really got to find a government that I don't want to overthrow at some point.
Right.
I don't think those
I mean,
exist.
that was like we've never really talked about my long-term goals, but all of these named cities along the river, turn them into a state ruled by sane people. But this is getting in the way of that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Korbach seems like a bridge we're gonna have to cross eventually.
He said he would be there in person, and there will be high priests of the dragon elf like order of the dragon there, like ecclesiarchs with high level magic. I think.
I'm still
There's something
scared of
to be
Korbach.
done.
I'm still really scared of Korbach.
Yeah, we
don't
couldn't even
fight
kill
him.
Zilt. So I don't know, but that's why I'm saying there will be an army there to assist.
I
not
don't
ruling
think
Korbach
he's
City,
20 feet fucking tall. He would
Yeah, we
eat
kill
me.
giants that big.
Well, not quite that big.
Dumb one.
Yeah, okay, not quite
Yeah.
that big. Yeah.
to put it like
Half giant. We
the
ran
biggest
from the other
giants. The biggest giants are like storm giants, right? And storm giants are about as tall as Kor'bok. So like, hill giants are like 5 feet shorter than him, at least. Hilda, even though Hilda was much more ferocious and skilled than a hill giant, she wasn't even the size of a hill giant.
Yeah.
She was like 12 feet tall, 11 feet tall. So
Plus, none of those
So
hill giants, none of those hill giants had plot armor.
yeah, that's true.
Well, wait. There was a storm giant that did long ago, and by long ago in real life.
Yeah.
How would he have compared to Kor'bok?
He's
Like, power scaling.
he would have been a little bit taller than Kor'bok, and like fighting wise, I don't, who knows?
Who knows? Okay.
Yeah.
Quick rap battles of history. Kor'bok versus. I don't even remember his name.
Yeah, Rissaberg. Yeah.
Yes, Rissaberg, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, with the right positioning, Kor'bok could one-shot this entire party with one swing of his fucking spear.
Literally just shoot and maybe
Yeah.
True, but could he
Like, I might
one-shot
be able-
several thousand dragon elves at once? Probably not. With ballista and catapults and magic? Probably not.
Did he say he was gonna be there? I thought he just said he was gonna send.
I mean, aren't like magic.
No, he said if we weren't sowing chaos, he would. So I don't know. I got the idea from his wording that he would be there, but maybe not. And even if he isn't, it's still a army of Boarman decimating.
You're lucky to be on the right side of the other ones.
Yeah, but see, it only works if he's there and he dies. Because if he doesn't die, then we're his enemy. And then it's a problem.
Even if he does die, we still have shot.
Well, yeah, but Shot is like on. He's on our tier.
No. Lock. I meant lock.
Oh, okay, yeah. Lock would be an issue, but not as big of an issue as.
All of the other Boarmen that worship both of them. I'm not taking over. I'm not taking over.
Are you sure? I think you could.
No.
You have a major image. Just make yourself big.
I think, if anything, before we want to look into toppling Kor'bok, I think we want to get rid of.
Let's go die to the Black Dragon first.
Yeah, well, not the
Okay,
dragon.
Maybe
Dragon.
you'll
Get
end us and we won't have to
get
worry
the
about
lizardmen peons. Maybe go get some slaves from freeing the rest of my crew from the dragon elves in the southern archipelago. Like, maybe we need a little bit more manpower than one fucking dipshit city on. What is this? St. Louis, basically?
It's like that. Something like that, I guess.
A power of St. Louis.
I don't know. It's more like a Kansas City, you know.
It's like
What?
Kansas City and a castle.
Wait, are you telling me Flira is this Dubuque?
Yeah, that's Dubuque.
Holy shit.
I'm just- Sure.
It kind of looks like Iowa. Hold on.
That's where the tri-state area would be about.
Yeah, we'll say, yeah.
Right here, look. This shape is kind of. I mean, it's not next to. I mean, we just kind of gave up Indiana and Illinois.
Well, no, I was thinking more like this shape.
Now, Floria is more like St. Louis.
Yeah,
by-
it is,
by-
Oh,
yeah.
I see
Are these not the Great Lakes right here? This is like Wisconsin.
I mean, it's not
Michigan.
1-to-1. It's just like, it's roughly similar.
Yeah, like this is Chicago. Yeah.
And, yeah, or Milwaukee. One of them.
Here's Utah, St. Louis.
True.
Can I?
Oh yeah, so I guess there is no. So I guess this would
Yeah.
be like Chicago-ish. But then people, oh yeah.
Here's Utah.
So then you're telling me.
Anyway,
So you're telling
we're
me
getting
Josh-
off track.
Tell me Tasha's some dipshit country in fucking or city in fucking Missouri, which is even worse.
I don't know.
I don't think it's a 1-to-1 comparison.
It's like
Missouri
Memphis.
even
It's
have
Memphis. It's like Memphis.
Okay. So all right. Thing is,
It's Arkansas. We forgot about that's Memphis. Aisha's Memphis.
yeah. Okay, so we have the war fleet, we have Caesarea, we have the treasure fleet, which we've learned isn't leaving until after the siege. So that can wait. But will Caesarea attack it while it's in the harbor, or will Caesarea attack it after it's left with all of the treasure? And then, therefore, it'd be way easier for her to take. Because if so, we go to Taishan now. But if not, we kill Kasaria now.
What if
No.
I think the
we
shield.
wait, we tail the treasure ship, and wait for...
The treasure ship isn't leaving. The treasure ship is staying here,
Okay, well,
according to Aya.
Well, you just said if the treasure ship leaves, that's when Kasari would probably attack it, so you have to
Well,
see
yeah,
the
but
whole
it-
town.
Well, no. What I was saying is, not if it waits for Taisha's treasure to come back, because we know it is going to, but whether or not Kasaria is going to attack it in Falion determines when she attacks. Because if she attacks it in the port, in the harbor, with her kobold army, with her, that's it. She doesn't have an army, and that's more dangerous
Hypothetically, if
for
she
her.
had
Like
one.
that might put her at some sort of risk attacking a city
What if we could force...
with an army in it. But
what
if
we
she wants to
forced-
wait until it's on the open water, then it'd be what?
What if we force the treasure ship to leave somehow? What if we give them a reason to leave? Because I'm kind of of the idea now, like, what if we just use this as bait? Because we have those spears of dragon slaying. Nobody can throw those. Those only work on our ballista. So
Are
we
you
need to
worried
use
about what the
castle.
ship's gonna have when Kasaria's layer probably has 5 times as much as that ship could ever dream of holding?
Maybe Kasaria has a gambling addiction. We don't know. She might be broke.
I could commit war crime and mass suggestion in the boat.
That isn't a bad idea.
After the fleet leaves.
In the middle of the night, you mass suggest the crew, and then who aren't in shackles, and then they go and they row it out.
Yeah, we know, but then we
Or
have the
anyone
people
knows.
who are slaves. We have them leave.
I think
So that way
like
they're not on the bait boat.
so.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure mass suggestion.
We have a crew. We don't need to suggest anybody. We can just have people from the castle drop onto the deck and row it out. We'd have to like
So we're the bait.
featherfall them. Yeah, and then we'd be the bait. That would give us. That would tell the dragon elves exactly who stole their treasure, though. I don't know.
Fuck them.
I think it could be worth it to.
Are we friends with
yeah, I
them?
don't know.
I don't think so.
What's the worst that happens? Then the fleet turns around to come after us, and then Kerbach still has their back when he goes to assault them.
And then we just. That's where the Glyph of Warding plan would come into. You know.
Also, they're on boats. We're in a
Fact.
flying fucking castle. We just head straight east or west. What are they gonna do?
When
Walk
you're
after us?
discussing this, is Mohi in this conversation or is this private?
No, this is still private because we're talking about.
Okay.
maybe we're doing Kerbach.
Yeah.
Or we can be like, let's
but yeah,
assault him. Like I think we're out of the Kerbach overthrowing question mark. That'll be it later.
Well, I think maybe
Yeah,
we
I
should
guess
have
we could invite him in.
We should have a more open meeting. Like maybe we could get Rakil in here or something.
Yeah. Bring in Riley for his backflip. He's a break
Yeah.
member of the team now.
I mean, Riley's always a part. He's got like 4
You know
or 5
what?
gold stars.
So before.
Higher ranking than
Well, no. I think we should do something instead of talk. We haven't done anything in the past like 3 sessions. We just talked, which is fine. Like it's fun. It's part of the game.
Yeah, it's fine.
But we've made a plan, and that plan has been thrown into the wind a couple times. So I think we do something decisive. We bring Mohi in the castle. We kill the dragon, and then we
Right now.
then we talk again. Yes, right now, and then we talk again.
Okay.
We have everything we need.
Okay.
You know?
That's funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Does anyone dissent?
Fuck it.
All right. So the plan
I'm just
is
making sure we're adequately prepared to fight an adult black dragon.
it'll
That's
take a
probably
couple
what I want.
days
It's
to
good.
get there anyway, so you have time to
Yeah,
prepare.
we're good. We have a wizard. He can teleport away and bring us shit.
Yeah, he can
So-
teleport away and not come back.
All right. So the plan is gonna be so
Go
the
fight a
plan
dragon.
trademark
Go fight a dragon.
is go
plan, yeah.
fight the dragon. I mean,
Go
so
fight the
you,
dragon.
if you're gonna do this, you are gonna pass by the city or the town, the lizard folk town of Habok. So
Yeah,
you could stop
remains.
One
by
man got,
there.
like, burned. Yeah,
We should go see what's there, and if any of them are like
5.
not wanting to stay, like if they want to join us because their city was leveled by the dragon.
You want to go to Havoc and go talk again, or do you want to go kill a fucking dragon?
Well, it's on the way.
It's on the
Plus,
way.
Well, that's a good point.
they literally said that they had trackers there who could like take you to the dragon too. Like,
That's true. We do need to know where the lair is.
They wanted us to do something before they would help us. What was it again?
Kill the dragon.
well,
Or
they
prevent
wanted
the
you to
dragon
do
from
something
being
else
awakened by the
too.
dragon elves.
Well, they also wanted you to help them with something else before they could trust you. They wanted you to
Oh, what
kill a. Did they tell you what it was? Yeah.
He did, and then you guys were like, no, and I was the only person who was like, we should do it.
Yeah.
They
I
wanted
forget
you.
what it was.
They wanted you to kill a cyclops.
You did that quick.
Oh. Where was
Yeah.
that?
I've been an adventure.
They. I don't think they ever told you because you guys like left and then like.
Yeah.
You have to go back there to talk to them, and
You know what?
Kill the Cyclops.
Yeah.
I don't think we have the time to go do that now that Kasari has been pissed off. I think we need to
They
just
just
get
go
rid
to
of
the
her.
Cyclops, drop the castle on it, you won't see it coming, he has one eyeball,
Like-
and then...
So-
No depth perception, doesn't know it's coming. He's like, wow, that's a really big castle.
and then, boom, bam, army, dragon. Best chance
True.
of dying.
Alright. So another thing. I wanna go. So first, I wanna go down to the crystal room with
Okay.
Rockheal, and I wanna see if he can use that. Use the gem on the gem.
Yeah, unlock a castle.
See if it makes it any better.
oh
Let's get our date.
Yeah, use the fiendish gem.
the fiendish gemstone. You want to use that
On
on the castle crystal.
Yeah, on the levitation crystal.
Okay.
To see if it unlocks anything else. We
Okay.
identified this. It didn't have any curses, did it?
It is fiend magic, so make sure he knows exactly what it does first.
Yeah. Rakil would totally be down to do this. You want to have like a few other casters there as well, so probably like the casters in the group.
Yeah, you know what? I'll be there, and I'll actually. I got a spell for this. It's I forgot exactly what the name of it is, but I'll prepare it before we do this.
Yep.
It's essentially like a. Fuck, that's the wrong website. I forget. It's like a. It's not forbiddance, but it's like protection from something.
Yeah, protection from evil and good or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like a better version of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, it might be forbidden. Let me just.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So okay, it'll any fiend that enters will take 5d10 radiant damage, and it overlaps like the entire castle is protected.
Yeah. Okay. So this would be like the next day when you're kind of like already on the way back towards Havoc. And yeah, you would get a few of you in. You would get all of you probably in this room. Rockheal would be here, and with the, you would have told him ahead of time, and he's prepared. And his friend Feor is also here. And Rockheal would be holding the gem, and he'd look at you guys and be like, I have no idea what this is gonna do, so just be prepared for anything.
I'm prepared.
Yeah, and so he takes this like ruby kind of like gemstone and holds it out near the crystal and starts to channel magical energy from it. And for a few, probably for 30 seconds, not much happens except just this flow of magical energy. But then it starts to kind of you actually feel the castle shaking a little bit. And Rakil's like, don't worry, there's something fighting back in the crystal, in the gem. And he's like, he keeps going, but you can see his hand is getting shakier.
Is there anything I can do to aid him?
You can try to channel some of the magical energy. I would say if you want to do an Arcana check, and anyone who wants to, except for Talvo, because Talvo doesn't have any
Can
magic.
Talvo do an Arcana check? Because it'd be really
I
funny.
mean, Talvo could try to help, but, you know, it's just gonna be
Talvo,
very...
you have an opportunity to do something extremely funny here.
But you have to no, what's it called? Multi-class. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll better than Helios. So,
And
I mean, so actually that's the thing, right? It's like Adau and Helios are a little unsure of what's going on. Bree is a little more used to kind of just channeling just pure magical energy. Bree's able to handle this all right and starts kind of, you basically like clasp onto each other's shoulders and then have like one hand outstretched, you know, and kind of like a chain.
power of friendship.
Yeah, yeah, Power Rangers style. I don't know if that happens in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Guardians of the Galaxy style.
yeah, it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, and you all start channeling it together. And then Talvo, even though you're not a caster, you're like, wait, Talvo, you actually do know how to do this, and you do an all right job. You know why you know how to do it? Because it feels like exactly like it did when you wore the helm. When you wore the helm during the fight.
That's why I fucked it up, because I can't do anything with the hat right.
And then you start realizing, you just start realizing, like, man, this really feels like it. And then you're like, wait a minute, this feels a lot like it. And then the power's kind of building up at this point. You guys can't really stop. You're kind of locked in. And all of a sudden, the last bit of energy drains out of the gemstone. It goes, zoom, and there's a flash of red light, like, zoom. You guys all get like flung back a few feet, not far enough to like hit the wall, but you all kind of like to brace yourself. And there's a red glow coming from the crystal, and then a deep laugh. Ho, 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 ho.
Motherfucker.
I see you
Up, dude.
all now.
Hi.
And then it fades, but it was definitely the voice of Zilks.
I'm
But
not
it-
warning you.
But it fades, and Rakil looks at you guys and he's like, I don't think that was any real amount of power. Just some leftover influence of him.
He left a message for us. Nice.
I think it was as
Hey,
if
what's the
he...
voicemail?
I think it was as if he had scryed on us.
Meh. We're on the move.
Okay.
He knows, well, you can
So,
use stride across
we
dimensions.
didn't do anything.
Funny question.
All we did was just tell him where we are. Great. Okay.
Yeah, so Rakil shrugs. He's like, I don't think that there was anything else.
All right.
You should just given him the fucking crystal. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was worth trying, I guess. Did the gem just like disintegrate? What happened to the gem?
It got drained of power. Now it's just a normal gemstone.
Oh, well, it's a gemstone, so I guess
Yeah.
we have something.
The crystal like has gone back to its normal color now, and like visibly, you're not sure of anything else.
Identify the crystal.
I mean, like, yeah, you identify it's the same as
Yeah,
it was
just make-
before. Like, the question is, who has the command crystal? Is it still Shot that has
Me.
it? You do?
No, I
Shot.
haven't.
Shot.
No, I took it from Shot.
Okay.
Okay. Adau, you definitely feel like it has gained some level of power, but you're kind of like fiddling with it, trying to figure out like what exactly has changed. When you guys actually hear like yelling from outside the castle, and you kind of like run up. This is on like the basement, so you run up, kind of figure out like what's going on, and people are shouting in the courtyard, or like actually not in the courtyard, on the walls, like looking down, because you guys had like basically like a little like campsite on the ground right below the castle where you bring people up and down as needed.
The portal of hell.
And the people are like leaning. There's a couple of the guards like leaning over the edge of the castle. They're like, "No, we're all right. We're all right." And you kind of come up to the walls of like, "What's going on?" And one of the guards looks and is like you should go see, go down there and look up.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
No. So he says like you guys should go see for yourself because I have no idea how to explain it.
Look
Alright.
down, look up.
Can they not see us from down there?
Well, so as you guys, I'm assuming you guys start lowering down the ladder or whatever. Yeah. As you start going, like it's all normal until you go down a few more rungs, and then all of a sudden you look up. There's nothing there.
Oh,
Oh wow.
There's
Alright.
nothing there. And Adau, now that you're seeing this, you're like, okay, now you focus, and you realize you actually have the ability to cloak and uncloak at will the castle. To be fair, it only cloaks from the bottom. So if someone is above you, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
But from the bottom, it now blends in with the sky above.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, and it's kind
That's
of
kinda
it is kind of weird, like trippy when you guys are next to it, because you're like, if you go down, it's like in
Like Emod, yeah.
Yeah. But
affecting textures, yeah.
yeah, and like from a certain angle on the side, you can see it a bit, but it's kind of like this, like the shielding effect. So as long as you're not high enough to see over it, you're yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We turn the castle upside
Well, I
down.
suppose I'll uncloak it now, so we can, like, our buddies below can see.
Yeah, and they were freaking out, like, what the fuck? But then that's why the guys are poking on the edge, like, we're here, So,
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, so
Alright,
the castle has regained another ability, which is cloaking to some extent.
We're gonna turn this shit into
Auto
a mech.
Roja
One day, it'll be a giant mech castle.
Yeah. The castle will be the chest of a big walking mech.
And it's like,
Well,
yeah,
alright.
we survived the next 2 days.
Yeah. So are we near Havoc yet?
Oh, this would be like the first day of travel. You have a whole nother day, but like, unless you guys
Okay.
do anything, it's gonna pass without incident.
Yeah. Well, I did have another. So after a couple hours, I'm gonna check in with Mohi and see what's up with the rest of it.
Yeah, he would say it's probably gonna be done in the next day or so. So you'll have it ready before you get there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then.
Yeah. Why don't we take a break here and then we will see what happens.
I like that idea.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when we get back. So, let's take a quick little break. When we get back, we will continue for maybe another hour or so. I don't know. And then, yeah. I think we're about ready to get going again, right?
Oh boy. Yeah.
So,
Watch this.
when
So watch this. Watch the dragon.
when you guys make it after a couple days of travel, or a day and a half or so, to Habok, city of Habok, or the town of Habok, it is again I kind of described how it's basically just like, you know, a collection of these islands that are in the swampland that have been cleared off and built with like a wooden wall around the center, and then a bustling little town actually in the middle of the swamp. You can actually tell you're getting close well ahead of time because you see smoke rising, and you smell as you get close charred flesh.
It's not great.
And yeah, as the castle starts to lower down and get close, you see that there are lizard folk down there, but not nearly as many as there were before. Probably, and a lot of the buildings are completely razed to the ground. Others still look like they were melted away. They don't look. A lot of them don't even look burned. They look like melted away. Which, if you know anything about black dragons, they have a acid breath that will literally just burn things acidically.
That will not affect us in any way.
Nope.
So, let's keep the castle away from this.
Yes.
So, the and look at, as you guys are approaching, there is a group of lizard folk gathering that is much smaller again than what you left. And you can actually see where there have been, well, you can't really bury stuff here because swamp, you know. So kind of like makeshift like caskets almost of many bodies.
Oh, I thought they just ate them.
Can't wait to inspire these guys to go fight her.
Yeah.
And
I bet
as
they're gonna
you're
love
kind of approaching, you could see that the people down below are all warriors. They're warriors from the group of different like villages and stuff in the area. And you do see a couple of like the elders that had met with you all. And there is the bard lady that Helios had become friends with, you know.
No.
But yeah, you see them all waiting down below. And as you guys approach, you know, they're just waiting.
The wave.
They don't wave back.
Here.
Oh, it's like the Cyclops did it. Come on.
I mean, yeah. In the time it took for us to kill the Cyclops, the village would have been razed anyway. But I don't think they're gonna want to hear that. So let's not mention that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If it comes up, sure. But
As you guys land, or not land, but like disembark. They
You
will
want to
just
help us now?
They will just wait and look at you guys.
And no, that's it.
Yeah, we'll approach and
There's
say
a-
hello. Maybe not like that, but
Yeah, there was a village elder, not the one who had spoken to you before, a different village elder. Would
new
approach you
village
guys.
elder?
The what?
The new village elder?
Exactly, yeah. Would
The newest
approach
old person
and look at you all and say, "Where were you all?"
Can take that one.
what were we? We were in Falion. What was our reason? We had a reason. I think we wanted to prepare to kill the dragon before we went to
You wanted to
kill
go
the
save
dragon.
Aya first.
Oh yeah, that was it. Let's place all the blame on Talvo.
Yeah.
The elder says, "Never mind that. Why are you back?"
Well,
we
we're here to
received
do
word,
it.
and we're here to fuck shit up.
Yeah, we're here to do what we originally planned, which is to kill the dragon.
We weren't anticipating an attack on you guys this soon, so we're here to make sure it doesn't happen to other cities.
Our scouts have found out that the lizard folk, the dragon elves, with the help of some of our kin, they found the dragon quicker than we thought they would. And in her rage, she flew over our town and a few other villages in the area. We also felt the same day, well, it was at night, but the morning, we felt a surge unlike we've ever felt before.
In the water? In the...
No, a magical surge.
That's interesting.
We believe it came from her crest that she holds. Our legends do speak of how apparently she has done this once before, and it calls to dragon kin everywhere. It pings their location for her, gives her a sense of the dragons in the area.
You're talking like other, not like other lizard guys. We're talking about like.
Well, he kind of nods. He's like
dragons.
Well, he nods. He's like anything related. In fact, that is why we felt it. Us lizard folk are distant relatives. Dragon elves and lizard folk, we feel the ping that it sends too.
Do you know where
So then I feel the ping.
You are either too far or it's not strong enough. But yeah, so you didn't feel anything. No.
Get plotted.
Yeah. But so the elder continues. He's like, we think that she is summoning more of her kind, if there are any.
Well, then it's in our
Sounds like
best
the
interest
time
to
is now then.
her before they
Got it down!
assemble.
One of the warriors steps forward and says, one of the warriors steps forward and says, "We will not help you. Look at what came of you not helping us before." And he motions to the burnt down husk of the town.
Did you also anticipate an attack this soon?
The village elder holds up a hand and he's like, "No, we
Nice.
did not. And you are right to be defensive. It is not your fault." You can tell he says that, but even he doesn't necessarily fully believe that.
Yeah,
you
and
know.
it says we understand that we would have benefited from being here, but none of us had the ability to anticipate our enemy finding her this soon, and apparently not doing so good. She took it out on you.
I cannot. Unfortunately, the time for a full-on war with her has passed. We must tend to ourselves. But, and he looks back, and actually, the bard, the lizard folk bard lady, kind of gives him a nod, and he's like, "Some of our kind have said that they will be willing to help you, and we cannot stop them."
I say we won't ask more than that.
Yeah, we can't expect.
We came to see if there's
we need
anybody
to,
interested.
He nods, and he kind of just does a motion.
We should give them some shit. Like we have more than enough like money and actions or something. We can help them out.
But yeah, so the elder does like a motion, and this is a cue for about maybe 20 lizard folk step forward, who apparently have volunteered to help you guys. So yeah, about 20, including a few skilled trackers, and also a shaman, and also the bard lady. So a couple casters as well. And they step forward. Or when I said shaman, it's more like a druid. But yeah, they will step forward, and then there's also like 15 or so just skilled warriors. So they all step forward, and the elder says, "You are welcome to stay here, but there's not much left of this town. It will have to be rebuilt, and for now, the women and children who are not capable of fighting have gone to other villages to hide until we know whether she's coming back or not."
Hopefully, she won't be returning, because she will be dead,
Yeah.
deceased, undragoned. But yeah, so the only thing we can ask is where she is.
He nods, and he's like, you
there.
in motion to the couple of trackers and hunters who are going to be joining you. He's like, they know the general direction, but... And he kind of looks at the hunters, and one of them speaks up, is like, I don't know if we can go by castle. The castle might need to follow overhead, but...
Yeah, we were gonna risk it anyway.
What do you mean we can't go by castle? If the castle's able to follow, is it underwater?
It is in the heart of the swamp. It might be possible to get her to fly out and meet the castle, but if she doesn't want to, we may have to enter.
Yeah, we'll have to go. Yeah. Okay. But we may be able to get there via castle.
He nods. He's like, some of us on the ground leading the way, yes, but the castle following above.
Okay. Yeah, that we can do that. That works.
But again, melt the castle, maybe considering that in the equation.
We can I'll turn on the cloaking.
Yeah. And
can you see?
really
Is it possible to see through the cloaking at all from below?
So like True Sight would see through it.
Okay.
But True Sight
has a range.
Generally has a range, like 120 feet max, generally.
Okay.
So
how
it's
high would this castle have to be? Because dragons can fly high.
Yeah, well, I mean, but why would she be flying that high unless she was trying to escape? That's true, I guess. I think it'll be okay.
You can learn the
Plus, we have
again.
ballista.
That is also true.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? We're gonna fire the ballista. She's gonna see it and then melt the castle. Boom. Over. Put a ballista in a bag of holding. Yeah. Like surprise.
Yeah.
Are we carrying? Are we just like carrying these spears on us?
No, they're stored in the castle until we need them.
Yeah.
But then when we need them, I'll be carrying them. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's bring the castle to like a day's travel out, or maybe half a day's travel out, and then we'll walk the rest of the way.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yeah. So you're just gonna head out with them? Unfortunately, this town, what services it did have to offer are pretty much gone now. So it's
that was expected.
So yeah, there's not much to do except just stop for a bit, and then they don't really have much else they can provide to you. They kind of have to look out for themselves now. So they will wish you luck though, because they genuinely hope that you succeed. And in fact, they look a little nervous because if you fail, it'll probably send her into another fit of rage and she'll come rampaging again. So yeah, they
anything to protect themselves.
So they basically like, hope you succeed, because if you don't, we're fucked. And yeah, you guys will head out on your way, and it is, the guides would tell you a couple days travel. So yeah, roll. I want you to roll me someone, just anyone. Roll me a d10.
Let's roll a d4 to see who rolls a d10.
That's not a good roll.
Okay.
Near the end of the first day of travel to the swamp, it's for you guys up on the castle. It's fine, but down below, occasionally the hunter tracker dudes, these lizard folk, will swap out because it is pretty hard to navigate. But they pretty much, generally, they know the swamps very well. But because of the fact that it's it's basically like mangroves and very heavily grown together trees for a lot of parts, they kind of have to be on the ground level because from above it just looks like lots of it just looks canopy. Like a canopy, right? There are some breaks in it, right, which is where they will kind of signal you to be like, okay, this way, and we're gonna whatever. But as it kind of approaches nightfall and you guys start you guys stop for the night, one of the trackers would call for you guys, or any of you. It doesn't have to be all of you, but But as you're settling down for the night, they would bring you guys up to like the top of the keep. They point a ways away, where there is actually a. You can actually tell that the trackers have been sharing little like tips and tidbits for navigating the swamp. Not that you are planning on doing it much longer, but they would tell you like, you know, you could tell where land is because there will be more like palm trees and actual tall trees rather than just the low hanging ones. And this tracker brings you up here, and it's like sunset time or a little, maybe a little past where it's pretty much dark. And they point out to where there is a island, an actual island, which you can tell from the types of trees there. And the tracker says that island is that is the one where the Cyclops resides that we were telling you all about.
Well, if it's on the way,
Oh,
We can bop him real quick.
yeah, we can. We might as well ensure he's not a nuisance either.
So the lizardfolk kind of like nods, like he was expecting and hoping you'd say that. It looks at you guys and he's like, oh, here, I'm gonna give this lizardfolk a name. What should his name be? It's gonna be Saz.
I say it's gotta be like
Good name.
or something.
So Saz the tracker is like he would let you guys know. He's like, yeah, like that. He would let you know. He's like I don't just expect you to. I know that you're trying to save your strength for the dragon, but the reason I point this out is because the elders didn't mention this when they asked you to take care of the Cyclops before. But on that island, there's also an old tomb. And the tomb belongs to... Well, maybe it's best you see for yourself.
Oh,
The tomb belonged to those who tried to fight Caesarea in the past. And we haven't been able to investigate it because, well, the Cyclops and supposedly other things lurk there. It is a haunted place. But
so this is. Go ahead,
Ghost.
Saz.
there could be things that are useful against the great black dragon.
Apparently
They
not.
were so
'cause they're
useful,
dead.
why they fucking die to it?
They were level 10. We're level 11.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, they were level 10.
I was gonna.
Nice.
Yeah, but I was just.
Same fucking.
Um,
like, alright.
Wait, but so, is this a? It's not a Greek mythology Cyclops. It's something else. What is a Cyclops in this?
I'm thinking like Percy Jackson ass over here. Like, what are we talking about here?
It is a like they are just Cyclopses like with one eye. They exist all over this world. They're just not very common. But if you ask him, he'll be like, well, that's the funny thing is that some people have reported it is a Cyclops, and some report that it's a giant with two eyes like normal, a hill giant or the like, or an ogre or something. We've had conflicting reports from the locals when they've been attacked by it.
Okay, but Cyclops means what I think it means.
Yeah.
Like a giant with one eye. Okay.
Yeah.
We know that it's at least not Hilda's ex.
True.
Why would he be
Why
here?
would he be here? Yeah.
So we can at least rule out one possible large creature. I heard your keyboard. So.
But
That's
so-
a motherfucker.
And like from the distance he's pointing at it, like it's like maybe like a 30-minute walk. So and at night, like you're not gonna be bothered. He's basically saying like, you know, like this is a good time if you want to. You don't have
Just
to.
go
Yeah.
and pop
I have
Cyclops.
dark vision. Let's fucking go, baby.
Okay.
I don't. Let's go.
That's we have torches and I have
Okay.
magic light spells.
So all right. So the plan is go check out this spot, see what see what's going on.
See how they
wait,
died, so we
before-
don't do it again.
Yeah. Before we leave, I need my breastplate if it's finished. It's been a couple days.
Oh
or
yeah,
a
it's done
day.
now. It's done now. Mm-hmm.
Is it done like correctly? Can Helios identify it?
Yeah, he was gonna identify, and yeah, the magic or the flaw. It wasn't really cursed. It was like the flaw in its design has been fixed. So, yep.
Cool. All right. Wow. That's epic.
Yeah. And yeah, Mohi is actually not going to go with you guys for this one. He's like, yeah, I don't really care, like, traipsing through the swamp, and that's not what I'm here for. So it's just going to be you guys plus Saz. He'll take you there through the swamp so that you can stay hidden until you reach close. And yeah, like I said, it's only like 30 minutes of going through the swamp. There's a couple times where Saz is like, hold on. And you're like, oh, you know, is the Cyclops here? And then he's like, yeah, no, there's just a gator over there. And you guys go through. He would actually tell you, he's like, oh, there are like giant gators in this swamp too, so you gotta watch out for them. But as you guys kind of like eventually start approaching, you actually see the signs of a campfire up ahead. And then you probably get a little self-conscious and you look back at your castle and be like, oh, we're probably visible. And then you'll realize, oh, wait, no, we have the cloaking, so we're actually good now. And so you start approaching, and this is like a little island that actually has a little like hill at the center, a little raise in elevation. And I mean, Saz would tell you that again, there is actually inside the hill, it was dug into, and there was a tomb made there. But on top of the hill, from a distance, even through the trees, which are pretty thick, you can see a fire, and you can kind of see a shadowy, large figure lumbering around. Yeah, it's maybe a little bigger than that, but you actually hear, as you get closer, someone speaking in giant, a lumbering, you know, giant-sized creatures up ahead. And it's with a
Creature. Am I getting anything from their Mongolian throat chanting?
I mean, so you don't speak Jive, you speak Dwarvish, right?
I do, yes. So I get like broken words.
It's fairly like nonsensical stuff. It actually sounds like they're kind of like humming a tune about cooking food.
I get a they plural or singular on that.
Well, like it's a he, yeah, the singular. So
okay, so it's just one.
It's a male voice.
Okay, one person.
I should learn giant a lot. There's a lot of times where giant would be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when we killed one of them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been.
Might have to deal with their ex. Might be smart to talk.
And so yeah, the good thing is because like these things are not very like all giants basically until you get to greater ones are not generally very like perceptive. You're gonna be able to get pretty close without having to make any rolls or anything. And I will put you on the map so you can kind of get an idea of what the situation is looking like.
Thank God.
Where are
Talvo, do you want to get a better look?
Always.
Sneak master over here. Fucking.
Spider-Man.
As you start to like kind of creep behind some trees and look up, definitely you get actually within like 50 feet you can get and still be totally fine. There is that's the thing is like cyclopses are generally going to be pretty good at like smelling like humans and stuff, but the stench of the swamp overpowers pretty much everything.
Yeah, they're also cooking food right there.
They are cooking food. Yeah.
We took a shower.
And as you're getting close, you can actually see it is indeed a cyclops.
Okay.
And let's put this on the map here.
Shit, we're like right there.
Yeah, you could be a little further back, but this is the point. You're gonna be able to get up to where you are on the map here without any issue.
This the opening?
To like the tomb part, yeah.
We can just like zoop into there, you know?
Well, yeah, but we said we'd kill it.
Yeah, but we could get some cool shit, come back and then kill him.
Yeah, true.
Or we have to fight something in there, he hears it, and we get pincered.
Also fair. This is why I'm not the leader.
I wanna give TSM. I'm gonna give you inspiration, TSM, for an astute observation.
How do I get negative inspiration for that idea?
Once again, I can run away. You guys really can't.
What the fuck is he wants to leave the party.
You do also
at any
see,
moment.
as you can see on the map, there is also a pile of bones. That is real. There's a pile of bones from past
This is
victims.
real.
To be fair, most of it
Bones is
isn't
real.
most of it isn't human or even lizard folk. A lot of it is like other animals, like gators. But there are definitely some humanoid bones in there too.
I got jump scared by front facing Britsha.
Front-facing Britsha?
And it kind of like goes over and checks the spit.
I just looked over and just.
Yeah, I'm reading my like sheet.
So what's the
when
plan?
I'm gonna be like, "Oh my lady!" And when it looks to check the spit, I'm gonna hit it with harm.
What the fuck is that?
That's so I have the heal spell normally, but because we're going to fight,
You can
I
just give him
prepared
COVID.
this. I give him cancer more like.
Oh my god.
I give him TB, and so I would
No,
like
we
for
can
him,
give it.
yeah,
So-
to make a Constitution save.
So basically, you watch for a bit, and then you're just like, follow my lead, and you're just gonna try to inflict it with a bunch of stuff. Okay, well here, let's do a couple things. First off, hold on, don't roll yet. We'll roll initiative in just a
Did you
moment.
just cough on him? That's how you cast a spell.
Alright, feel free
Yeah.
to roll initiative because this will cause it, and then we'll resolve
When was the
that.
last time we did this?
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
A long time ago. Yeah. I want to something. I forget what gave me advantage on initiative. Because if it was the weapon of warning, I no longer have it.
It was that, I believe. Yeah.
It was that.
hmm
Yeah, I'm not attuned
We
to that
don't,
anymore.
we don't have
Just
the
normal initiative. Oh fuck.
minutes human slot. Can I attune to that?
Oh wow, I got a 20. Whoa.
Oh.
Hold on.
I switched to battle music for the first time in how long?
I mean, we haven't played for like a month, so.
Also fair. But when was the last time we fucking... Was...
Yeah. Let me get the.
It was
Let
like,
me get my battle.
it was
music.
like several sessions before the break. We...
Yeah.
Was Gavin
Some-
the last fight?
Oh,
It was
No.
Zilks. It was the last fight.
Oh,
yeah.
last time we
I got
had
my
my
ass
it was fucking Zilks. Alright, I'm gonna get some water real quick.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
I'm
gonna
not-
get
I'm
some
not
battle
thirsty.
music on.
Got some like
Fight,
ocean
fight,
battle
fight,
music.
fight.
It's fitting. Cole's have to come back.
Hold on. All right.
So, are there
So
any lizard men with us, or they're just hanging?
there's just Saz, and he's not gonna be a part of the fight. He's gonna keep watch, but like,
back?
yeah. Hold on. Did I reordered it right? Yeah. Let me just make sure that this is good on the stream view. Okay. Yeah. So, first off, you did get one little free bit of damage on it with the harm spell. So let me resolve that. And what is it? Con save?
Yeah, con save.
A con save here you have. He fails.
He fails. All right. So, okay. 14d6 damage,
A lot of
and
damage.
this amount of damage is removed from his health
Yeah.
for an hour.
Okay.
Well, he won't be
Good
here for
roll.
an hour.
Wow.
Wow, that's a huge chunk. As all of a sudden, just like a swarm of disease spreads up his body. He's like, and just like starts just like flailing around. Maybe not even realizing he's under attack, but knowing something is up. And that'll bring us to Talvo, who's going to be the first to leap into action. What are you going to do,
That's why
Talvo?
it's so important to make sure the internal temperature of your food hits 165 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
danger zone.
So what is Talvo going to do?
I'm gonna sneak up to like behind this log here. I'll
Okay.
just take a shot at him.
All right. You'll have advantage, so roll again just to make sure it's not a crit. Since you're the first actual attack. Alright, so still 19, which is a hit. These guys they have some like tough parts of their skin, and but they don't have any armor, so they're not too hard to hit. Okay, and yeah, since you have the advantage, you get sneak attack. That's a huge chunk of damage as well. 35 more damage. And this guy's already visibly wounded. And he's like, and he looks up now, and the one eye focusing in on where Talvo is. He actually can't even see you exactly, but he knows you're there somewhere. And he's like, who is that? Which Adau would roughly be able to make out.
And then I'll use my
Your mother.
bonus action to hide.
Okay, sounds good. Helios, it's your turn.
Alright, since you almost killed him, let's just hit him with your mother. No.
Look out, there's a mine goblin behind you.
I've never done vicious
He
mockery,
actually
so fuck around
succeeds,
with it.
so
Damn it.
Let me see. I think that means it doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so nothing happens because it's a cantrip. So nothing happens. Helios, like, mocks it. What do you say to mock it, sorry?
I don't know.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelled quite nice.
Yeah, he's like, but yeah.
One eye.
So at this point,
didn't work.
at this point though, it's gonna be his turn, and he kind of is like looking around like what the fuck. The thing is, Talvo's pretty well hidden, and he definitely heard something from where Helios is, so he's gonna go to that sound.
Yep.
So they go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and as he approaches, as he starts lumbering over, he picks up a club that was next to the fire, and he looks at it, and then all of a sudden he sees, he's like, you, and he sees the three of you there, and he's immediately gonna take his club and just go, just swing it down at Helios.
How
big is he?
Do I get to use this for the first time?
He's about like 13, 14 feet tall.
Squares tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 squares tall.
Yeah.
Alright, swing at me. Howard. Bolt. 15. Okay, that ties my AC. So I'm gonna use this for the first time.
Shield.
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 I put it. I let it go.
Okay. So yeah, your AC goes up. So basically, the club is about to hit you. Helios quickly like strums, and a magical shield appears that blocks the blow and makes it like it doesn't stop it in its tracks, but it diverts it to the side.
Now.
Yeah. So instead, the club just hits some water and like the mud and yeah, and then it'll attack again. All right, still not high enough. Yeah, shield gives you +5, which makes it 20 that he needs to hit.
Yeah.
So he barely misses. And he's like, "Roar." And then you actually hear he like turns back towards the camp with his head. It says, "Get out here!" Bree, it's your turn.
Yeah, you didn't think we visibly wounded them one round in the combat. That was it, right?
Yeah, no. It would be really funny if we took him out in the first round.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
I almost did that to Poetry's boss during the one shot.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my psychic lance yet. I probably could.
So what is Bree gonna do?
Are we inside somewhere?
No, you're outside, like on top of this little island, just as it looks like. There's no ceiling or anything.
Oh. Okay. Can I make a lightning cloud?
Sure. What does that do? Put the spell in chat. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Like there's some branches above you, nothing that would prevent you from doing this. So yeah, so a 10-foot tall cylinder just appears in the air above this dude. And a bolt of lightning. Okay, when you cast a spell, yeah, a bolt of lightning is gonna go at him. So and he's big enough that you can just make it only hit him. So, so he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Not very dexterous, not the worst, but yeah, he fails. So you're gonna roll that 3d10. Okay. That's a good chunk. 20 damage. He's still alive, but he's very hurt now. And he's like, "Roar!" It's funny though, because as you're doing this, so to put it in perspective, this is a spell that the cloud is kind of spread out above, but concentrated above it. And every turn after this, I believe you can use, what is it, a bonus action? No, it's an action. But without using another spell, next turn you can do the same thing again.
Pretty good.
Can I also just, like, to confuse him, can I just run behind him?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You can do that without leaving the range, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you run around behind him without leaving his range, so he doesn't get to do anything.
You go one more over the left.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's my turn, so go back where you were.
Let me have one good thing in combat, please.
So, it's a Adau here.
Bonus.
What is Adau gonna do?
Is that a fishing rod there?
No, I forgot that I had the pen on. So.
Okay. I was wondering I could delete. I thought that was me.
I miss.
Adau tries to reach out and grab the thing, and just trips over some mud and falls flat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that. All right. Great. Well, then I'm gonna only move here then.
Okay.
What's he have reach?
He does have 10 feet.
Then I'm
reach.
gonna move there.
Yep. Alright, is that it?
I fire again.
And he's looking around in pain and also in rage. And he calls back and says, "Brother, where are you?" And on cue, hold on. On cue, moving out from beyond the hill where he was taking a dump, is the Cyclops' brother. And as he comes around the corner, you see Saz looking. It's like, oh no. And you see why. It's because this Cyclops has 2 eyes. And Saz yells out and says, "Oh no, it's a Bicyclops!" and the Bicyclops goes like, "I'm just gonna charge in at Bree," which is the closest target it can see. It actually steps in the fire, but doesn't really care, and it's big enough that it's not really going to be affected unless it stays there for a long time.
Fine.
And it just goes like, it takes its club. It actually just picked. Actually, its club was kind of on the other side of the camp. It'll just grab a log and use it as a makeshift club. It doesn't really matter. What was it? There's a bug on top of the camera.
We have more pressing matters.
Alright, and it's gonna attack at Bree twice. So 1, 2. What is Bree's AC?
It's 17.
Okay, so it does actually. It does have a +2 from flanking. It is flanking, so you will get 1 hit from the 16 because it's actually an 18 with flanking. So you take 1 hit from the Great Club. Wham! 25 damage as it goes. Boom! I mean, it's a massive, just makeshift club that just smacks you. But that's all. And it's like you mess with us, you get eaten and ground to paste. Talvo,
I
it's
don't
your
see a pestle.
yeah.
You fuck.
Talvo, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot at the Cyclops again.
Okay. The stupid Bicyclops joke. I've been waiting to pull that out.
How long?
I've used that on other groups too. It's just a dumb joke that I heard once. And I have a couple of those that are just encounters based around a pun or something stupid. That is a hit though, Talvo. So. And with the sneak attack, that is barely enough to not kill it. It looks like it is basically just running on adrenaline. It's like, but it is alive.
Ult him again, it'd be funny.
It is alive.
Do I approach? Do I approach? No, I'm gonna hide behind the log again. You guys seem like you do it fine.
Okay, sounds good. Helios.
Alright, so I have options. I could try to make fun of him again. It'd be funny.
Just hit him. Just hit him.
Probably won't kill him.
That's all I ask is just hit him.
Theoretic. How? So. Could just stab him.
Or psionic beam and do it right over Bree's head to freak her out.
No, but I don't think you need that.
I don't need that. Maybe for the giant. I'm gonna save it for the giant.
Yeah.
Because the
I
beam,
need to hit this
can't you just
guy.
zoom it through all of them?
No, it's like a psychic. One
Yeah, so
person.
it goes to one brain, but maybe they're both.
Yeah.
If they share a brain cell, they're stupid. They're
No,
brothers.
they're not that
Brothers.
How do they get up with one with one eye and one with two? Do their mom have 3 eyes?
I don't know. Guess you'll never
One
know.
had 1.5.
Okay, maybe we'll just. Do I get a flanking because of Bree?
Yep. Get +2 to
Okay.
that. So.
Oh, okay, so that's how that works. I never actually melee'd before.
Yeah. So you just roll your rapier or whatever you have, and...
Okay, so I do this.
or a dagger. Yeah, and that's 23, which is more than enough to hit.
I should roll my rapier. I don't know what I'm doing.
There you go. And you
Yes.
do 2
Yeah,
damage.
3.
You know what's funny? He literally has 2 HP, so that's exactly enough. You only needed literally 2 damage. And so you just come in and stab him in the gut, and it's like... And then it starts to fall forward onto you, Helios. I need to
damn it.
I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I'm good at dex saves though. I am not good at dex
And
saves.
it lands right on top of you. Foog. And you're not gonna take any damage, but you are prone. You're knocked prone by the body falling on you and
I can't get one win.
alright, so that's that
Finally
one dead.
kill something.
Bree, it's your turn.
I can't move the cloud, right? It's just stuck there now.
It's like a 60-foot.
Oh yeah, but it has range.
It is
right?
range, yeah, so
Yeah,
Knock
120
me and I'll
feet.
redirect it like Avatar.
you should
60.
you can target a different point. It's yeah, so you can actually change the location.
Oh, wait, so it'd it'd cover like all this area.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll shoot it at the Biclops.
Yeah, Bicyclops makes the save. No, he fails. Okay, so another what was it 3d something? I don't remember. However much.
3d10.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So 10 more damage to it. This one hasn't been hit at all till now. So
Theoretically, what would happen if you were to shoot lightning into a bag of holding and then close it?
it would just damage the bag.
You'd ruin a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can't like
Is that all,
redirect
Bree? You gonna do
game.
anything else?
Since now it's just this one by itself, then we could like confuse it. So I'm gonna run to like another corner. So now
Okay. Sounds
we're all
good.
spread out.
Yep. And you're still in
Then,
reach of
would
it, so it
get
doesn't.
you there?
It doesn't get an attack. It's still in range. It is reach. So, Adau,
God.
it's your turn. Oh, if you want to go there though, if you go there, then you're gonna take an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I'll stay here then.
Yeah. Okay. All right, now it's Adau's turn.
I stand in the fire to intimidate it.
I'm gonna run up, and I'm gonna be like, "You're dumb." Bam.
That's a hit.
And I'm gonna hit him with the cheese touch level of bad touch.
Okay.
Extremely toxic. And I'm gonna do. It's not bad.
It's not terrible. Yeah, it hurts, and he's like, "Roar," but he is still tanky. And this one didn't. You didn't have the big surprise attack on this guy, so.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna move. I moved from here, so
Okay.
move here.
Okay.
So that or here, so that Helios or Talvo could.
Okay, sounds good. It is his turn. He's going to step out of the fire now. And he's going to use both his attacks against Adau. The first one is actually going to be a shove attack. He's going to try to shove you to the ground so that he... Well, you'll see. So, athletics or acrobatics from you. And for him, it's just athletics. Okay, so he succeeds in shoving you to the ground so you're prone. And you quickly realize the reason he's doing that is because he raises up the club and is going to try and hit you, and he'll have advantage since you're prone. But you can only do one attack because he used one for the shove, so. And he gets an 11. Lovely. He got a 1 and a 2. So, lovely.
Truly. the best.
Yeah, the advantage helps so much.
for each
Alright,
eye.
Talvo, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, I'm tired of shooting my bow. Let's get up and stab this guy.
Okay.
Rogue enters the combat.
Alright, yeah, you absolutely just go stab him. Okay, and you do get sneak attack because you have an ally. Well, actually, you would even if you didn't because of your special stuff.
But yeah, I'm prone, but I'm there.
So yeah, okay,
no, it's my
and
friend.
he is now visibly wounded from this, and he's screaming
Nibbling at
in
his heels.
he's screaming in pain like. "Roar!"
And then... That'll be it.
Okay, Helios, it's your
That's
turn.
all. Do I have to like push this guy off?
You're not like
strength
fully
check?
underneath it. No, you just have to spend half your movement standing up.
Okay, that's fair. I'll do that, and then I don't. Let's see. I can't make it to him then. Where's my?
You don't need to.
If only you had some sort of range attack.
It's. I have 3 of those, and we're probably not gonna long rest before we get to Casaria.
Oh, we definitely are gonna long rest. We have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have like
Okay,
another
roll
day
it.
of travel till you're gonna be.
I'm gonna brain blast him. What the fuck am I doing? All
Right? You
Fighting
brain blast, and
I didn't blast.
he's like, I don't even think he can succeed. They don't have very high intelligence. Actually, no, it's not terrible. Okay, he got a 19. So he's like, for a second, he's like, "Ugh," then he's like, wait, I'm too dumb for this to hurt me. And then, and then he succeeds.
Got a You gotta fucking hell.
Let's
Okay,
see.
so it's half.
It still takes half, yeah.
That's-
10.
And it isn't incapacitated though, so
call
10
it 10,
damage.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You do math.
it always rounds down, so he doesn't like that math. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, there we go. Is that all for Helios?
Yeah.
Bree, what is Bree gonna do?
Is that all?
More lightning.
I have more lightning. That makes sense. You already got that going, so
Yeah.
it would be 17. Is that a success?
Tie?
I think your DC
What?
is 17, which is
It is
a
17.
yeah.
Oh yeah, mine's 17.
So it'll take half of the damage instead of full.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm
Roll it up.
too dumb to be struck by lightning.
Okay, so he takes 12 this time. Still a good bit, but yeah. Alright. Is that all Bree does? Just blasting lightning at these guys?
I want to join everybody. I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
Psych them out.
Sounds good.
Lonely over there.
Adau, what are you gonna
He
do?
can spin. He's gonna spin. He's gonna like roll.
I'm doing the same thing. I think that might hit.
Ah, that is a hit indeed.
That's a nice head you have on
I'm
your
gonna-
shoulders.
Wait. I have a. Actually, you know what? I already rolled it.
That is pretty good. 36 damage. This thing's looking very hurt now, but he is still alive. And he's like, oh, look as it like literally burns in pain.
You just ruined these guys' dinner.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What are they eating? What were they eating?
Only crime was existing.
Alligator.
And other things.
Alligator.
I guess.
Yeah,
Alligator tastes like chicken. I might have some.
yeah.
Did they season
Alligator
it
was pretty
correctly?
good.
I mean, it doesn't even look like they really prepared it correctly. It's got scales on it still.
Bruh.
That seals in the juices! What are you talking about?
Well, anyway. Oh, that's my turn, by the way.
Okay. Sounds good.
Only 30 fucking damage. Only. Done.
He is going to try to grapple Bree in one hand and Adau in the other.
Yeah, you guys are dumbass.
So here's
handing him a silver platter.
here's for Bree. So Britsha, it needs to be either athletics or acrobatics. You can choose.
Okay.
Please. Belt of Hill Giant Strength. Bruh.
Well, I gotta roll yours still. Okay, he beats both of you. So he actually manages to scoop up Bree in one hand, Adau in the other, and then he's gonna go "Rah, boom and bonk you guys together.
I just have to contest safe checks to see who.
What this is gonna do is it is gonna release you guys after this, so you're no longer grappled. You're not gonna be grappled, but you're both gonna be what is it? What is the condition? Is it stunned? Hold on, let me go look at the conditions list. You're basically he didn't do any actual attack, but he did the equivalent, which is gonna be that he has stunned you guys. No, it's not
Great.
stunned though. It's not literally stunned because that's a. It would be. Maybe that is it. No, that one's. Hold on.
Is there like a dazed?
It would be like, yeah, there's no days, but it would basically be you're gonna have disadvantage on your next attack roll. We'll just say that. That's it.
He hits our heads together. It compresses our spine, severs our spinal cord. And we are now paralyzed.
Yeah.
Forever.
But yeah, so anyways though, so yeah, you'll have disadvantage on your next attack, but Talvo, it's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna stab the dumbass again.
Okay,
Forever and ever.
sounds good. And as a hit, again, they don't have any armor on. So you just go, and you just run it through in the stomach, and the thing goes, looks down and looks at you, Talvo, tries to reach out to grab you, and then it just goes, just collapses.
I was the one you should have been attacking, dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already dead by the time it hits the ground.
He's
As-
not gonna get
Yeah.
thrown.
As they both just, as this one falls over, both of them now dead.
Are dead. They're deaded.
Yep, deaded.
Damn.
As the Talvo gets squished.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Falls
so
onto the fire.
Bree and Adau, you guys kind of shake it off for like a good 30 seconds, but then you're fine.
Have
Did we
a.
get hurt from that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
No damage.
I'll be right
First
back.
time ever.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys,
Dude, it's great.
yeah, the things lie there dead, but you're out of combat. And Saz comes over and he's like, man, these things were terrorizing us for months, and you guys just came in and.
Should have just done this a week ago.
That was 3 rounds of combat, so that happened in less than 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Saz is like, dang,
I
that's.
spent half of it under a Cyclops. So.
Yeah. And so Saz would motion over to what you guys had already seen, which is the entrance to this crypt, which is. It looks like this place was hastily made.
In the crypt.
Yeah, well, Saz is like being like, yeah, like down there is the crypt that has people buried in it, so. The Cyclopses don't really seem like they had any valuables, you know, so.
I guess let's head down there and see what is up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that healing was for you.
Oh, what was it?
15.
Fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
15. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I know. Adderall.
And yeah, you guys can go down into this crypt. And as you kind of enter, it's basically like a little like mausoleum that was dug into the side of this hill. As you enter, there's like maybe a couple steps down, but they can't be too deep because, well, you know, swampy ground. But as you kind of head into this, there is what actually is like a very old, completely rusted out like iron door that used to be here, and it's just missing now. The hinges and everything rusted over. And again, this place looks like it was thrown together in probably a matter of days, but they did at least want to secure it when they built it. And with how stuff ages in the swamp, you're not sure how long ago this would have been, but Saz would tell you that it was at least 100 years ago. Not really sure on that. As you head on in, one thing you notice is that the ceiling is quite tall in here, about like 12 or 13 feet tall, which is part of the reason that it's under this big hill. And as you kind of step in to it, it's just a fairly small mausoleum. Like, it's just the size of like a large bedroom with just a couple like lining the walls, a couple sarcophagi in like up against the walls, like in little slots that were hastily carved out for them. There is some hold on, where is it? There are a couple of like. There's a pile of like offerings for the dead, it looks like, right? That were left here, including what you can instantly tell are a couple of magical items, because everything else, there's a couple like normal weapons that were left here that were probably the weapons of the deceased, right? That are completely just rusted through, useless now. But a couple of things here are completely rust-free and free of aging, which is a sure sign of a magical item. Magical items generally don't rust, and so if you have a bunch of rusted ones and one that isn't, that's one way to know. As well as like a couple of like coin purses, it looks like, basically offerings for the dead. And also like a little like vial of like some potion as well. And these are all kind of like a little altar in the middle of the room. And there's actually some writing on it. That
Now let's read that before we grab anything off of the pedestal in the middle of the crypt.
Okay. Yeah, so
on
the altar is written. It's actually written in a tongue that is very reminiscent of the giant's tongue. So it would be actually, wait, does Helios have anything that lets him read? I can't remember. Or is it just Adau who just speaks Dwarvish?
So fucking funny.
No, you do have comprehend languages, don't you? Or like there's a spell.
Check. I don't think so.
Or is that
Otherwise,
spell where you can speak to things and they understand you, but not vice versa?
I have universal speech where I can talk to things, but they can't understand me.
okay, so yeah. So in that case, your
I
best.
can commune and ask what I think this means, but that's not. Let's just.
Well, I was
I'll
just
see
gonna
if I
say,
can
like,
read it.
yeah, like with Dwarvish, you might be able to do it. So roll me a.
I identify. Okay, do that first.
Yeah, roll me just a flat intelligence check.
Oh boy.
You're able to get some of it. You get some of the basic phrases. It says like here lie, yada yada yada. You're not sure. And then it says you see a word that you're pretty sure says Kasaria, and then something that says like, you know, a warrior's death, and then Valhall, which is the name like Valhalla, right? Basically like the like so. There's some stuff that is clearly about the giants gods and stuff. And then there's also, though, you notice a name that you recognize. It says Hilda the Volge.
What?
And yeah,
Excuse me?
so you're kind of able to piece some stuff, and that's about it. There's a couple sentences that you get some of the words of.
Why is that name here?
She really gets around, huh?
Yeah, she fucked everybody. I mean,
Her and Kasaria go way back.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I identify one of the
Interrogated before we
magical
killed her.
things.
She probably told us all kinds of cool stuff.
I identify like one of the magical things while we're here.
Yeah, which so there's a to put in perspective, there's like a sword. There's also a the stuff that is clearly magical because it's not aged. There's a sword. There is a sling of arrows. There is a like what looks to be almost like a handle for something, but it just is a handle on its own. And then there's a potion. So which of those do you want to identify?
Identify the lightsaber. Identify the lightsaber. It's a lightsaber.
Okay, so you identify the handle, and you realize, oh, it's not a handle. You've actually heard about these. It's a rod, an immovable rod.
Ooh, I have a very funny that we can do with this. Many
So-
I just finished watching Vox Machina.
Immovable rods. For anyone who doesn't know, an immovable rod is a thing that basically it just is a little rod. You pick it up, you press a button, and it just becomes frozen in place. And it is immovable up
You
to
are
a certain
not setting up what I'm thinking
up
of
to
setting
a
up.
certain extent. It is immovable. We actually in my other game had to calculate how many pounds of stopping force it would take to break one. And the answer was that the one that they had could not stop a moving chariot, but it destroyed both in the process. Anyways,
So it wouldn't
tried it.
stop like a boat.
it would destroy the boat, like rip a hole
Yeah,
through
it would tear through the wood.
Yeah. It
For
depends
sure.
on what it is. Like in the case of my other group, it was like a stone chariot, like from Elden Ring, that slammed into one and completely just shattered. Like a boat, it would probably just snap through the wood, and so it would actually probably be fine. It would snap through the
Yeah, just make
wood.
a small hole in the boat.
Yeah, well, a big hole. It would like rip out. It would, it would be a big enough hole. So.
Put it right beneath the water.
Anyway, so
Walk up
this
the
thing,
field.
so the movable rod is very useful. So.
How many minutes are in here? Because I mean, I could cheese it and just do them all, or is there something that's like against that?
The what? Sorry?
See, I have 2 more identifies that I could use. I also, you know what? I have 1 more identify.
Well, don't ritual spells not take a slot?
The identify is not a ritual spell. I don't think.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if
One.
bards can do a ritual version of it though. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I can do some ritual things. It's weird.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Oh yeah. I mean, like you can always just take them and bring them back,
Can
identify
cast
them
any
later.
bard spell you know as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag.
There you go.
Hold on.
Alright.
I have this. I
Okay.
mean, I can just. That work.
Yeah, it's a ritual spell.
Yeah. So you
Oh,
can.
that works.
Right, okay, can I just take 3 minutes and figure out what the other 3 are then?
Well, so it's 10 minutes to identify to cast
For
as
the
a ritual.
Oh.
So it'd be like 10 minutes
30
for
minutes?
each. I mean, are you guys just gonna sit here and identify before you pick them up then?
Yeah, I mean, we're good to chill out for 30 minutes.
Okay. I'm curious if like Bree or Talvo, is their curiosity to get the better of them? Are they going to poke around in any of the tombs or anything?
I know better.
I'll look
I may be
around.
white, but
He's a curious
uh-oh.
person.
Okay. Does Bree
If
like?
anything, I'm probably like gonna like walk around the ceiling a little bit, see what's going on up there.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I was a little curious about the high ceiling.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, so actually, as you're looking around, Talvo, you realize the reason why this place was probably built for someone the size of Hilda the Volge. And then Bree, as Bree is looking around, Bree, you kind of like are like, again, they're like sarcophagi in like slots in the walls. But as you're looking, like some of them have like flowers or what used to be flowers laid on them that are since completely rotted away. But then Bree, you notice on top of one of the sarcophagi is a little sack of what could be like gold or something.
Gold. So that smile, gold.
What's this?
We
Wait,
have-
wasn't this a sarcophagi? Is that a plant?
No, it's like a coffin, basically.
No, it's a coffin.
What's the
coffin.
esophagus?
Okay.
We have more than enough gold.
Take the gold. Take
Yeah, but
the gold.
I
Take the
don't
gold.
want gold. I want some gold. That's like part of Bree's thing. She loves gold.
Okay.
That's why she tries to sell plants and do stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, she's
So-
about it.
Yeah, Bree kind of like looks to the side, make sure no one else is looking. Like, I'll just take a little bonus for Bree, right?
Yeah.
And so Bree reaches out, and grabs the coin sack, and it definitely is coins. She jingles it a little bit, and she looks around. And as she's looking around, she feels a cold come over her arm, and she looks down at her arm that has holding on to the coin purse, and there is a ghastly skeletal hand reaching through the like lid of the sarcophagus, clasped onto your hand, Bree. And we'll resolve
I
that next.
swapped
Well, we'll figure out what happens next time, as
Okay.
as a ghastly hand has grabbed onto Bree.
How do you fight a ghost? What the fuck did
Magic.
Oh no.
Alright, so we'll see next time what happens with this in this crypt. So
Oh boy. Maybe they'll be on. Maybe they'll be on our side because we're helping them. We're avenging them.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I was literally gonna be like, we're taking these weapons to help like kill the person that killed you.
Well,
I
yeah.
am taking the money.
So, oh yeah, we're gonna wrap up here. That's all though. It's definitely good to be back playing some D&D. So, anyone streaming later tonight?
May stream any % in like 3 minutes. We'll see how I feel about it.
Okay.
Heart's broken this morning.
Britsha, what about you? You gonna be streaming tonight?
I'm tempted to do any % again.
Okay.
Thank you. Hold on. Okay. Wait.
Yeah. Well, sounds good. Well, I'm gonna have someone else up then, but later those guys will be live. It sounds like so. Yeah. Yeah. I will. Well, I guess we'll head out and should be back next week. Thanks for watching, everyone. So, yeah. Bye bye.
Alrighty.
Yes.
See you later.